Saturday, November 12th, 2022. Four young, flourishing University of Idaho students, Kaylee Goncalves, Madison Mogan, Santa Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin, were approaching Thanksgiving Day break. But what they didn't know is this would be their last weekend together forever. The group later that evening would be brutally stabbed in the middle of the night in their off-campus house while sleeping. After years of waiting for answers, perpetrator Bryan Kohberger was sentenced for the murders. But following the lift of the gag order and the release of all the investigation documents, was Bryan Kohberger really the killer?
a.m. 42 seconds, November 13, 2022.
911 location of your emergency.
Something is happening. Something's happening in our house. We don't know what.
What is the address of the emergency?
1122.
What is the rest of the address?
Oh, Kings Road.
Gentlemen,
Howdy.
how is everyone?
Good evening.
Gotta change that intro.
Good evening, everybody.
What, Moto? Pleasure. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, anytime.
I was kind of hoping for a fun night with Uncle Mike, but I guess we got to have Dad's supervision here.
He knows.
Watch yourself. Mom was in the chat too. Don't be messing around.
Yeah, you can't go around here, watching him, buddy. So how's everybody's day?
Long and busy.
Yeah.
Very busy.
It was pretty damn busy, pretty hectic.
Seems like summer's breaking down here. Maybe I'm just hallucinating.
No, I can't believe it's almost over. I just said it was like it lasted a month and it was over already. It's crazy. I haven't had much time to enjoy it though because of this moving shit and all that. So it's just kind of passed on by.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So you already have another place, DAgo? Like you're good to go?
No, that's the problem. I am. We're right on the edge of like getting something finalized, but we've been moving stuff from here to like a storage facility just in case we don't hit that deadline that we're supposed to, so that we don't have, you know what I mean? So packing and moving, and we've been here 6 years and we have a lot of stuff.
I hear you. I'm dreading emptying my place out. It's
There's
really
like just
don't
some
want to.
stuff you're just like, oh, I didn't want to deal with that. Like
Just
baseball
get
cards or
trash,
something.
Yeah, it's been, especially with all my toys, my action figures.
Buddy.
No, that's not the feedback's not coming from me, is it?
No, it's
It's
just
probably coming from me.
Yeah. What do you usually do with that, Dago? I
With
know
what?
you just whatchamacallit.
The feedback?
No, you know how he gets that little chirp.
Oh, I just mute him when other people
Gotcha.
talk and then unmute him when he talks. That's all.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
No big deal. Or he mutes himself. Either way it works. But yeah, it's not me, you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, anyhow.
Yeah, moving sucks. It's freaking.
It does. I have so many of these things. These little toy things and stuff. I didn't realize how many. I have like totes upon totes upon totes. It's crazy. And I don't even want to bother. Some of it, I was like, just if they weren't going to my son, I wouldn't even bother with him, to be honest with you, anymore.
Yeah, I had a rough time moving a 1,500 square foot office into storage.
I can imagine.
So, I guess where we're going to take this tonight is, I guess my current thought is, where did it's interesting, you got these 3 agencies that are there, and as we see, as these investigations are coming, or these interviews that are coming out, we recently heard about the cocaine. Why that wasn't redacted, I have no idea. But then even to like today, you got this professor that's laughing about stuff that about Bryan, and it's just not. And I've boiled this down before, but it's like, so you got the and what we're going to go into tonight. And I guess the biggest thing is, if you look at the dates when these kids were interviewed, or let's say when they were put into the hotel, one, we've always, why were they put in the hotel? But for me, and you got to think, if these kids were interviewed by the next day, from what it seems to me, by the FBI, the FBI was obviously already there, and they took a hold, even down to what we talked about last night. They go, the 911 call. I feel like they staged that shit.
It makes sense. It does.
But
it does.
I went on to this squirrel brain, because in my opinion, MPD screwed up, and we'll see here, when they were rolling around that house and they had to figure out how they were going to flush their Ford Fusion that was all in the middle of this while it went down. So, but whatchamacallit, the FBI, I mean, that's why they put them in the freaking hotel, in my opinion.
As we talked about last night, somebody said something a couple of days ago and made me start thinking. They put them all in there together. I think Dylan agreed with this too when I said this. They put them all together in the hotel, which is insane. I think it's very plausible that when they did that, they had a camera or something in that hotel so that they could watch and listen to them interact and hear the things they're saying. I mean, it would make sense. I know that sounds a little conspiracy-like, but
where did they do the interviews? They just shut the whole hotel down and they said, hey, we're just going to do it all right here.
Just saying, it's crazy to me that they would do that, and that does make sense a little bit. So,
Tom Bodette, we'll leave the light on for you.
We'll leave the light on for you.
They could have very well done both. The FBI go in and interview, and one by one, and then have the rooms bugged.
That's my point. I mean, that would. I know, like I said, it sounds like a reach, but is it really with everything else we've? To understand it, it would make some sense. That would make me put them in their own element together as they interact normally. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And put some kind of bug or camera or microphone in there and just let them interact and listen to what they have to say, how they react to each other, what they talk about, how they react to each other's conversations. It would be perfect. So
I can almost promise you, if you turn back the clock, you turned invisible, went into that hotel and looked in the vent, there would be either some sort of microphone or a camera.
I could no problem have any problem thinking that at all. And I would pay top dollar, to see that footage if it exists. I would.
Guaranteed, you're right, Dylan. And I bet you there was somebody standing out in those hallways the entire night.
Fully agree with you, bro.
Yeah.
Probably right by their doors.
Mm-hmm.
Without a doubt. Making sure nobody leaves and goes and you know what I mean? 100%.
Coddling them. But that's, it had to be where it started. And then, because when these interviews started coming out, everybody's like, oh, they're obviously soft. And it's like, well, they couldn't do that. So where'd the orders come from? That's just not how it goes.
Yeah, right.
But then you listen to the one, how hard they were hammering Jack on to figuring out who the dealer was. But,
But don't forget, they hid the whole drug aspect from us the whole time. They refused to put it out. They had people come out and say, oh, there's no drugs involved, this and that and everything else. We had one of the parents say it right away. It is what it is. It's obvious.
And it's even... What? You can go ahead, Moto. Were you going to say something, Moto?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
I told you get that look on your face sometimes like you're going to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
But it's so weird that even like some of their close friends that, that they basically say, "Oh no, there was no drugs." But no, it's just wild.
It's convenient. It's very convenient.
Yeah. But yeah, so
I wonder if we try. I mean, we may get a denial on it, but I wonder if it'd be worth trying to FOIA and just ask for hotel footage and see if we get anything back from it.
I already asked Logan to do it, and I don't.
Did you? Okay.
I don't know the response.
Did you get anything back, Logan? I see you're in here. Logie low. Speaking of those, I told you guys, I think, that I got the denial on the Sadie Buck interview. They said it. I'm gonna re-request it because it has to exist. They said it doesn't exist.
Who dat?
Pete E's girlfriend.
Pistol Pete's girl.
Oh.
We cannot. Oh Jesus, how'd they reply to me? We cannot fulfill your request as to this doesn't exist, but I think it does. I absolutely think it does. There's no way in hell they're going to interview him. And he's going to talk about her, and then they're not going to interview her. There's no way I believe that.
Yeah, there's no way. Wonder who interviews that.
No, I'm going to do it again.
Wonder who interviewed the original.
What do you mean?
Who interviewed Joel Pistol Pete?
Oh, was it? It wasn't Joe Lake. It was it Van Leuven? I think.
Probably.
I think so. I think it was.
Yeah,
Wasn't there two people though? Wasn't there two?
Yeah, there's usually two. I think Van Leuven was one of them.
Wasn't it the
Lohman?
Actually, there was four, right? Because there was three. Because there was the lady, the FBI lady, that called him.
Oh,
Sorry.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, the
and
first
then
one was
she did the first initial phone call, and then after that, he was interviewed by the FBI and the Moscow Police Department at the same time.
Yeah. Good point.
Okay, Joe Lake did the second one.
Okay. I figured he was. Oh, that's the weirdo detective pervert sounding guy that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He seemed to have the hots for Bianca Perez.
Oh, shocker, huh?
Yeah.
That was the Doug girl, right?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. I guess let's
So you were saying bringing up wait a minute. I just lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. I'll remember it. Go ahead, Mike.
So I guess in my opinion, and I guess I'll ask each one of you guys is, with me saying, and we know that, these kids were obviously first interviewed by FBI, and, that they had to flush the freaking diffusion that was going around there. I mean, what's your guys' thought on how that chain of reaction went down, and as far as maybe even to who led all that? I don't think it was Daddy Green at this point in what we know. And Moscow couldn't do it. I don't know. I guess just opinions. Because
go for it, gentlemen.
There's so many different angles.
I mean, I can't tell you who was leading it, but I can tell you the fix was in at least part of the cover-up was in right from the get-go. I mean, I've said this multiple times. You have a guy standing over two bodies stabbed to death holding a knife. He is not scared. The cops don't react. That was rehearsed.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely an issue.
Yeah, it's wild. And it's... what the hell was I going to say? You got... Oh, man. We'll get Moto's thought, and then I'll rattle on after that.
Honestly, I don't know who led the investigation. I don't know who was, looking into the university, but obviously they didn't look very much. I mean,
Yeah, I agree. They couldn't, but
I do believe there were. I said this before too. I do believe there were calls made from the 1122 house that morning, early that morning, possibly, and whether it was to a sorority person, the university itself, or some kind of law enforcement, I believe there were calls made. So whoever that is, in my opinion, again, there's no way to prove this, but I believe it starts there, Mike. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, and I think it's almost down to the point where I don't think we'll ever see true autopsy records as phone records.
And if you guys see the PDF that was on Discord last night, there was a PDF and it showed all the emergency services that were available that night, but they were all redacted. So it shows, I don't know, with the timestamps, I don't know if that's the time that these services were contacted, but it looks like around those hours, those services were in use. It doesn't say necessarily where they went, but it just says that they were, at this time, these services were.
Where the heck was I going?
Where did you see that at, Moto?
That's right. It was right on your Discord there last night, DAgo.
That's what I'm looking for right now. Do you know whereabouts?
I don't. There's so many chat rooms. I get lost so easily.
Right.
I know if G-Bean's in the chat or whatever, or if someone's in the chat that can quickly have a peek, that'd be really helpful.
I'm looking right now to see if I can find it.
What the hell was I trying to pin the early 911 call to last night?
I think there was a 911 call from 1112 before, early in the morning.
That's kind of what I was hinting towards. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell was that? I can't remember shit.
Because I just think it's weird. Like when you see that body cam footage when the cop rolls up, it's like what's his face was already there.
See, and that's what I try to pin it to. I try to pin it to, did somebody call 911 in their rounds, and did they actually go there? Because that's where I put in this whole beanbag gun thing. Remember we were talking about it, almost seemed like that law enforcement was there in the process of something going down kind of thing. As weird as it sounds.
Yes, I do remember.
And that's why these whole, some of these officers are missing in things.
I think it's just, it's too much of a coincidence that those cops are rolling out of that neighborhood into that band field right around, right around the time of these crimes right around the time these crimes actually likely happened, right? I mean, is that just coincidence?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. And those students that were stopped, including Saeed, I don't know. I know you can hear some of the screams in the background, no, stop or whatever, in that one clip, but I think those might have been the lookouts. I think once they saw the cops, they started running just to pull the cops away.
That's a good point.
Well, I mean, okay.
Because they all came from that general area.
Yeah, right. And the four or five runners that we see in the Banfield body cam run by in the back, they're coming from that direction. It's very plausible that they came from that area. I still think there was a lot of people that is, first and foremost, if you're in here, Kim, you know what I'm talking about. I think there could have been a get together or a party there that night. I still believe that. And I think it's possible something went down and people bolted when it happened.
Yeah. When I was running my mouth backstage about, as this car circled around there, in my opinion, this was all going down inside. And it was basically it was kind of staged. They were having a party going on there, and there was people outside as lookouts that nobody had no idea. They didn't think twice about it.
Did any of those kids in that Banfield, did any of them have alcohol on them?
Only Saeed, and his was closed. It wasn't open. That was it. And they let him go first, and they kept the other three and detained them.
Yeah, the three kids that didn't have absolutely anything on them. They're sitting there interviewing them for, what, half an hour?
45 minutes, I think it was.
Yeah, 45 minutes. They had nothing. Why? As soon as the cops figured out they had nothing, why didn't they just let them go?
It seemed like they drug that out on purpose. I agree.
Right?
It's in on that comment and that we were talking about the other night about the fake police. That those kids said, we thought you were the fake police.
Yeah, they belong to the whatever it is, Lambda fraternity. I can't remember the rest of it.
But that was interesting. So I guess on the fake police,
makes you wonder why they said that.
It clearly wasn't Party Patrol because that was the first night of that. So were they talking fake police as in FBI fake police that were just undercovers? Obviously, that's my opinion on that.
It could be. And you know what? If you think back to the Dave interview that we covered the other day again, he himself said that there were 50 FBI agents intermingled within the community, the college community. So maybe they didn't trust these guys, thinking they were them, and they knew. If he knew, other people had to know, in my opinion.
Oh, it's small town. It's small town campus USA. They knew who all 50 were.
I fully agree with that, Dylan.
50. That's a lot. I think the population of that town it's like 40 something, or because it's like 20.
It's very small.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah.
I mean, the stadium size is one of the smallest in college football.
Yeah, don't look at Joey's. We looked at that last night. That's the NFL style, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. To Clyde, they did say they were coming from a party. I think he said his buddy Matt, which I thought automatically Matt Moy. But they could have said anything, for all we know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's, everything was pretty vague.
It said 16,000. That's a little bit more than I thought.
Moscow?
The Kibbe Dome.
Oh, Jesus. He's on sports, Joe.
He's always on sports.
I'm talking about, I thought he was doing a great favor.
Well, it just goes to show how small it really is. I mean, it wasn't that long ago. It was a Division I college football program.
It's very small.
And it only said 16,000.
Where?
In the football stadium.
Moscow?
Yeah.
What division? What are they now?
I think they're FCS now.
Oh, that's convenient, huh?
They've been FCS for a little while, though.
Yeah?
Yeah, but they still suck, though. So.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Either way. Sophie said less than 30,000 during school.
Yeah, and it's like more kids than fucking locals.
Yeah, and don't forget there's people intermixed in there. Some we found out that are adults and alumni and all sorts of stuff living over in that area. So.
Oh, yeah.
There is that, too.
Yeah, it's insane. So I guess let's go into this old. Okay, I guess I gotta share this, huh? That'd probably be smart. I'm gonna go into this PAV video and check this thing out.
Let's do it.
Quite interesting how they really fit Molly to this. I mean, it's been a long time. This video is almost a year old, but I just think a lot of people, maybe they know, but it just hasn't been refreshed. And it's crazy that it's like some of the stuff we know now, and then you go back and listen to some of these interviews, it really fits into play on who was doing what to make what fit in everything of this. And that's crazy. No wonder why the paperwork's all jacked up with, you got so many people that are shooting different angles. No wonder why they couldn't keep track of shit.
Absolutely.
And it was like, oh, fuck, who's going to fucking document all this?
Good point.
I don't know. So
I agree.
Mitt and heel. All right, here we go. Let me know if you got an echo or anything crazy.
What I believe was that final whack that made that tree start to tilt and fall over.
We're good.
And I'm going to point out some other things that will blow your mind. So,
Can you
in
turn it
this
up a little bit?
episode, folks, be prepared
Mhm.
because we are going to pick fly shit out of
Hey,
black
down.
pepper. And what we pick out of that black pepper is going to knock your socks off. So hold on tight to your seat, put your seatbelt on because we're about to hit this roller coaster ride and there is many loops in this one. Let's go. 4 a.m. seems to be the dark hour in this story, not 2 a.m. And from the beginning, the PCA told us the crime started at 4 a.m. In the 911 call, Dylan Mortensen stated at 4 a.m. she had heard things upstairs in the house. In statements now that we get to read in the Moscow PD release, many statements show Dylan saying this started at 4 a.m. Bethany makes statements that this started at 4 a.m. Hunter Johnson, Emily Allant make statements that Dylan and Bethany told them that this started at 4 a.m. That means 4 a.m. is a critical time in this investigation to when the atrocity started. Bryan Kohberger, if it even could be his car.
Let me know if you need me to stop this or anything.
Okay, you're good.
Wouldn't have been able to park 1 second before 4:08. So what is going on at 4 a.m. and what do we know happened at 4 a.m.? The only thing that we know that happened at 4 a.m. beyond a shadow of a doubt is that is when the DoorDash delivery was made to the King Road residence.
You know what I thought was crazy with this whole DoorDash thing, and maybe I'm just looking a little too far into this, but when they got the warrant for this DoorDash stuff, they went clear back to January 1. Why would they?
That is interesting.
I mean, maybe I'm just
Were they trying to see if she did that? If she covered that area regularly, maybe?
I don't know. I'm sitting on it. Like, was she like, they're trying to figure out, was she just a regular drug dealer to that house? And
That's a good point.
I don't know.
Could be. But then again, we're getting word that it was Bagman that was the supplier.
But hold up here. So, Ethan, right? This
Yeah.
kind of ties back to Ethan. Wasn't it stated somewhere in the documents, or it came out somewhere that Ethan actually lived very close to a lot of Molly's friends, like almost.
Yeah,
He lives
Janelle
right.
Braun.
Yeah, his apartment was right across the street from Janelle Braun,
Right,
I believe.
Right. So, I'm starting to think that Ethan might have known these people better than what we have thought, and maybe Ethan owed them some money.
I think that's where this went upside down. And
Could be.
Because Ethan did, I think he did sell a little bit of dope on the side, did he not?
Very, very possible, dude. I've wondered that myself.
And my personal thought is, let's say, I think the original supplier was, Bangman and them, that was that mixed whole house bullshit. And they ran drugs through that house. And something happened to where they owed them money. But like Bodo was saying, somebody came up with this other connection to Molly and all these other weirdos. And in my personal opinion, that is why that one girl had said, oh, I walked so and so, this far, and then, I just didn't want to go there. Well, if they were getting the dope from Demetrius and people were known for dying from fentanyl, nobody would want to touch that, would they? So it's like, yeah, no thanks.
So here's the thing too. I mean, first of all, to set something up like this, you do need a little bit of time. This isn't something you can plan out really, really quickly. Okay.
Right.
So the simple fact is if Ethan owed them any money at all for any amount of time, I mean, these people have nothing but time because they're sitting at home selling dope. They have time to plan, right? And why not plan it around the last, week of the semester, like exam time? Because everybody's going to vacate, it's going to be chaos, and it's going to throw the cops off.
And I had thought too, and who did we roll this over with, DAgo, that, that was that. The whole money thing. So when Kaylee went to go sell her car, even if, she did take the money, whatever, she bought the car, what have you. I think we were talking to Jules. I don't think that it's really true what is really known, what was done with the money after the car was sold. And you don't know, some wiry drug addict just said, oh man, she got that Rover, she just sold that car. Oh, da 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 da. I mean, was she just trying to pay off a debt?
Well,
who knows?
Let me throw this into that mix real fast. I do question, especially hearing about, well, I can't remember where we heard this now, but I know we heard it about the she sold, when she went and got the money for her car after she sold it, she ran over and jumped into some kind of a little white car and said, I'm keeping the money, and off she goes.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
I'm just wondering, like, who she's hanging around with, because at some point we had video of her being seen in like a local convenience store, gas station, and at that point she goes and jumps into a black SUV with somebody else that they were not familiar with either. So is she hanging around with a crowd of people that maybe aren't such good people, maybe? And yeah, I have questions with that stuff, Mike. I do.
I mean, one of the problems that I have with the drug angle, especially if it's financially motivated, is especially someone like Ethan who can get money quickly from mom and dad, or Kaylee who's making really good money for a college student. You're not going to kill him, because then you're never going to get that money.
Yeah, unless they did get that money. I can't see 4 people being killed over $6,500, but I think there's more to it than that. I do.
I do.
Just a little bit more of an angle going into that, a little bit deeper, possibly. I think it's bigger.
Is it just $6,500, or is it a lot more money than that?
That's what I mean. Because the house also, if you're going to go that way, we can talk about how the house looked ransacked in a couple of the rooms for sure. Without a doubt. At least that's my opinion. I think it was Bethany's room looked ransacked. The spare bedroom looked like it had been ransacked. Dylan's room was just a chaotic mess, but that could be her. I don't know. But
I mean, in that angle, you can fall back to that story about Maddie flushing shit down the toilet. Then
I was just going to go there.
Yep. And the whole thing of everything tore up. I mean, did they come for that money? And, at that point in time, they found out, they're still slinging shit. Oh, there's a party going on here or whatever. And they got pissed off. And that's when did they put them into, different areas and start interrogating them? And that's when they started tearing up the house. And shit just went wild from there. Who knows what they found?
I mean, I think if you're going to tear up a house like that, you're not necessarily looking for money. You're looking for the drugs.
Or both. Or could be both. Here's the thing. Go ahead.
Or it wasn't the cops that ransacked it. It was Dylan.
That's what I was saying.
And the crew ransacking the place, found the drugs. Here, Hunter, you take this, take it back to your house. They're coming.
Because I said, and I know you've been there when I said it, I think there was a handful of people still at that house all the way up till the point where they decided to call 911, and off they go because they couldn't be there. They're like, we can't have all these people here. And I think that was the whole crew of people that very likely was involved in the cleanup and maybe was looking for shit. The whole thing. That's my opinion. But
you remember last night before we all went out of Discord and we went, what if they just freaking took all those Trulies and started just dousing that whole freaking area, dumping that shit all over the place, shaking them up, and that was the dilution and why all the cans were all over the freaking place.
Right, it could be.
Remember that? It was late, but that was the last.
Yeah, that is actually brilliant, but
right.
But yeah, I mean, we saw it in the TikTok where everybody was acting like somebody else.
Yeah.
Xana was the cleaning nut.
Yeah, she was very, very clean about things, and they were making fun of that, right?
Yeah, and if there was if the party that from the night before, I can almost promise you, Xana cleaned that up.
And that whole dumbass statement of we just cleaned the last weekend, and
well, that's why I believe there was a party there that night, because I can't imagine that, like you said, Xana or any of them for that matter would leave all that shit lay all over the place like they did. It just doesn't make sense to me.
I don't think Hunter would do that.
I mean, from a psychological standpoint, women are more likely want to clean the common areas as opposed to the guys.
I'm not common, I'd tell you that.
Right.
Yeah.
We know that, Mikey.
Yes. I'm neurotic though. I'm OCD bad. I would have cleaned the hell out of that place, but that's me. Not everybody's like that.
God, I've hung out in some of those dorms like that, and it's like, wow, how do y'all do this shit? Why am I even here right now? Like, oof. Nope.
Yeah, there's something definitely wrong with all of that, in my opinion. So,
it's wild. So, anyways, I guess I don't even know what the hell. I feel like there was something else we were going to go into, but something happened. I don't know. There's the Trulies thing is interesting.
Most definitely.
Right,
It is. It would explain a lot of the dilution. But here's my question though: if they tested the blood, would they have known the chemical combination of the blood with whatever that was and been able to tell us that? There again, if they would have. So
I don't know, but that's I'm not gonna go there.
Dude, the way you froze that picture is just, it's driving me nuts.
Oh. This is some work here.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
She's freaking.
Your pause game is on point.
This is Bob's creations.
Right.
She's got some good frames in here. These are some good.
So, what is the basis of what we're talking about? What is the basis of what you think on this whole thing, Mike? Like, what are the
down to the point to where I think that they all. I don't know. I guess it starts off with the whole DoorDash and why did they go back clear to January 1? So they did a lot of shit and they pushed this onto MPD and they actually like investigated. It seems that why was Molly around that house? So they had her at that point, but then it got to a point where they started using her. And then they had to do that whole other traffic stop where she started talking about how she had to testify. And then it comes up to, because basically Anne was asking for this discovery stuff on the car that was going around that house because she was trying to basically prove to them that wasn't Bryan because of all the work that they'd already done because of their dumbasses, because they had to figure out how to delete this car from this whole their shit from this.
Mike, it's kind of simple to see. So they go back, they go through her history, they figure out who Molly is exactly. Even though they may know her a little bit, but they want to know more about why she's in that area. The simple fact is they're just looking for dirt so they can manipulate her and get her to honestly, skew her story in their own direction. And part of the deal is probably, okay, Molly, well, we got you on this. We know that you're doing this, but the simple fact is if you want out of this thing, because we could pin this on you. If you want out, then you know what?
Just like we see in that body cam with
Exactly.
Janelle Brown.
Because I mean, what was her first description of the person that she saw? It wasn't Bryan Kohberger. It was what, a blonde-haired spiky guy sitting in the car.
Red spiky hair. Yeah.
Didn't have anything to do with the guy with dark hair or bushy eyebrows or fuck all. So
no,
they must have had something on her in order to change her story. So
and I almost feel like the second time, did they sift in where she says she saw somebody in the window?
Yeah.
We'll see. It goes into it in here.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing that we need to back up to all the way to the back. If you're going to go there, do you believe that she was there to deliver food, or do you think she was there delivering something different?
Yeah, I think it's impossible on the food.
Because she changes her story on the food twice. Well, they had to remake the food because she was late getting there for this, for that, and this. I don't believe that. Okay. Okay, I'm not saying it can't happen, but there's little pieces and parts of this that don't line up for me. Xana messaging her saying, allegedly, are you having trouble finding it? And then she's got her saying she's got somebody in the parking lot of whatchamacallit waiting for, like, there's too many little things that don't fit in this the right way is all I'm saying. So I wonder that first and foremost.
Well, it's to my understanding that text of "Are you having trouble finding the place?"
Yeah, it was bullshit.
That's from DoorDash, not from Xana.
Okay, well that's even better.
So,
I think it's all just fabricated. It was like that order was held off for some reason, and she wasn't supposed to go. That was the whole circle jerk around part of this shit for something that she was bringing or taking away from there, in my opinion. And she was out there looking like a dumbass in the light bulb cam so that she could, like, they knew where that shit was. So she looked dumb while they did whatever and loaded whatever, took out whatever out of the F of her car. You know what I mean?
And that's why I wonder who was waiting for her in the parking lot at Jack in the Box. Yeah. Was she transporting something back and forth between that person and that house, or that person to that house, or from that house to that person, or something like that is what I wonder.
And why did they have no video cameras conveniently at the Jack in the Box, huh?
I don't believe that either.
Yeah.
Didn't the DoorDash or didn't the Jack in the Box guy say, "Yeah, our cameras work"?
I can't remember in the JLR thing, right?
Yeah.
I think in that one, yeah. But the Jack in the Box people also jacked him around. They were like, first we heard it was a guy that was a DoorDash driver, and then it was a girl with dark hair. Because Rory went there too, and they gave him and JLR two different stories, and then they lied about one of them, and then they fixed it. It's a disaster. Like, why don't you just come out right with it straight up? And then they gave Rory a hard time, threatened to call the police on him and stuff like that too. Like, what's the big fucking deal?
Yeah, they're all in the same fumblefuckery story, it seems like.
Right. So the people working there, I wonder if they were told, you don't talk about this, you don't say anything about this. And maybe some people didn't know that. Some of the employees didn't know, but the managers did.
Did the FBI go in there and swipe all this shit? And they said,
that's what I mean.
100%.
I mean, that the camera, come on. Yeah. That's the only restaurant I promise you, it's a college town for fuck's sakes, okay?
They're going to want to watch the employees at least. Holy shit.
At the very least, yes. What if somebody were to get robbed in the parking lot, leaving work or coming to work or something at night? I don't believe they didn't have cameras. That's all I'm going to say. I just don't.
Joey?
My name is Jeff.
Nothing happens in Moscow.
Nothing happens in Moscow.
Jesus.
By the way, once we get through all this, I have that document. Jeebs sent it to me, Moto, that you were talking about, so we can look at that at the end of this.
Oh, what one was that?
It shows all the emergency services stuff that were available and working and all that, from what he was talking about.
Oh, gotcha. You want it? Oh, we'll wait till he comes back up. So we'll roll into this a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead and do what you're doing. We can do this after the fact.
We know happened at 4 a.m. The only thing that we know that happened at 4 a.m. beyond a shadow of a doubt is when the DoorDash delivery was made to the King Road residence. Let's go to the docs. Now, we've already covered in detail that on November 12th, the detail of Rosendahl and Tisdale started. They circled the King Road neighborhood, just like described as suspect vehicle 1, several passes. And on one of those passes, the last one, in fact, they say, they see a dark colored vehicle with the taillights on behind the King Road residence as they drive by. They saw several individuals approaching the King Road residence as they drive by. As we have put it together, this would have been right before 4 a.m. Then we go to the DoorDash's statement. And she specifically says in her statement, as she parks behind the King Road residence, verifying that was the car with the taillights on that the officer saw, that McMichael saw a tan sedan drive by them while she was walking. It was a male driver with blonde or red spiky hair. She literally testifies to seeing the undercover officer's vehicle right at the time you would expect to see their vehicle. Once we put all that together.
And that would make sense why all that shit, that whole intersection, they just put a blur over the whole fucking thing,
They put a filter or some sort, like Mark showed. And see, I have to say this again, though, Mike, because this has always bugged me. When he made the statement, I think it was Rosenthal or Tisdale, whoever it was, I can't remember because Rosenthal doesn't exist during that period of time. But I think it was Rosie, claims that they saw 3 or 4 or 5 people heading towards the house, but didn't question him because they were only looking for underage drinkers, so on and so forth. At the same moment, Molly's car is parked up behind the house in that little parking lot, sitting there, parked in gear. At that point, when that came to my realization, I started wondering, and I still think this, if Molly brought the people there to commit the crime, okay? Drove them there, dropped them off, let them do what they were doing, takes off like a bat out of hell because she doesn't want to be there or is not supposed to be there. When they go in, do what they're doing, and come out on foot, head off down through the back, down that back stairwell out to Walenta, maybe get picked up back there, or they get they walk somewhere else and get picked. You know what I mean? Somebody else picks them up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying that's been my theory for a long time on this now. Now, did she possibly bring something else with her when she did this? Was it a whole thing that they went in there on purpose to work that whole scene over that situation? Or the whole thing, all of it mixed together. You can take pieces out, put pieces into it. It all still lines up to me, if you know what I'm trying to say. So this is what I've wondered. But anyway, I don't mean to interrupt. Just go ahead on.
No, you're good. Saying. It's all
I can't get that out of my head though.
Yeah. I don't know. It's fuckery. I don't know why they just. I don't know. I'm stupid stuck on this. I'm just. The whole warrant back to the January 1.
Then we must go to the investigation of this case based on Moscow PD's records. And we know through the court record that the first investigative tool used in this case was by the FBI, and it was the tower dump for cell phones in a radius around the King Road neighborhood. They captured any phone that was available in this area to start the investigation. Now, we know at 4 a.m., the critical time, the DoorDash delivery was made at 1122 King Road. We know now, verified through the court documents, that the DoorDash driver had to be found during the investigation. She did not come forward, and she was not identified, now we know, until November 22nd, 2022, 9 days after the atrocity started. But how did this come about? The second investigative tool used by the FBI in the investigation was a tightening of the area of the tower dump. And they did that by use of a Google geofence warrant, tightening the area.
In my personal opinion, this is where they were trying to figure out, the FBI was trying to figure out who really did this underneath them. And then Molly showed up in this. I don't know. It's all weird. There's this interconnection there's just too much of the frats. There's a lot. that you can't figure it out. It's fucked. Do I have you muted, Moto, or do you have you muted? Maybe it's me. I hope it's not me.
Oh, by the way, I threw that. Remember when you were talking about the beanbag thing, Mike?
Oh, yeah.
I threw the mini.
Oh,
I found a mini beanbag gun. It's backstage.
Here, Captain. Let me pull this down.
Just to show you whenever you're ready for it. It's back there. If you want to show it. It's kind of interesting because it's small and it could be mistaken for something different, I think.
Oh, yeah, like the, whatchamacallit?
Whatever she could have claimed was the triangular thing, possibly. I mean, look at that for a minute. That's a mini version of it.
Yeah.
It's like this big. And if you're holding it down low, close to your... I mean, you could... I'm just saying, it's interesting, Mike. That's all. When you said that, I wanted to bring that back up. That's all.
I'm struggling to get a triangle shape out of that DAgo. I'm sorry. I'm real having.
I agree with you, but you know, I mean, the way she is, I'm just saying.
It looks more like a dildo than it does a triangle shape vacuum cleaner. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Or a mini vacuum. There. I mean, maybe she's a ding dong anyway, so it is what it is. But just saying,
yeah, that's definitely
shapes are hard.
That goes back to Moto's statement, I think, but anyways, so, but yeah, I guess my thought in that was the, I guess where does that wound on the back of Kaylee's back come from?
That's why I was showing that. I mean, is it possible? I mean, if it was close range, you could do some damage with that. Also, in the facial region, you can. But because of Moto, I'm stuck on one theory about her face. That's
where the hell are this?
Fault.
Let's stop this on. Where the hell are those 911? Those records?
The thing that the thing I was talking about
that Moto was, and somebody sent to us. Gee.
Hold on a minute, I have it.
Because and I think this is possibly a reason why they flushed her phone records. And they just said, oh, well, here's a little tidbit. She was calling Jack, and then Jack is just like they fed him 2 Xanax and said, here, do this interview or something. But I feel like, was she the one that was scrambling and running around the house, using her phone, did she call 911? I don't know. I don't know shit.
It's backstage, but
yeah, I'm going. Here it goes. Let me pull this down.
And they have so much of it as normal, redacted. But it shows 911 first run. It gives it's from noon to 12:22. They have names here, but they're redacted. It's interesting.
Where the fuck were these people going?
So 132.
Can you give us a zoomer?
Do I need to zoom in more?
Yeah, zoom it.
Hold on. Hold on a minute.
Wow.
My name is Jeff.
1 minute. I know this is a weird document the way it's doing this. I can't. Hold on. Let me try something different with this to make it bigger. 1 minute. That might be it. That might help.
Okay, let me shut this shit off here first. I don't think you gave it back to me yet there, Betty.
Not yet. Hold on. All right, that might help a little bit better. Here we go.
Oh, Jeff, he rang. We called and he popped up in chat, bud. Does it do it the other way, Jeffrey?
See?
How do we reverse it?
My name is Jeff.
Is that
there you go, Mike.
I'm just kidding. Oh, here we go. Oh man. Hey.
Is that better?
Yeah, big time for me.
So the names are redacted. Although when I first saw that, I was like, EC for Ethan Chapin is kind of weird, but whatever. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into some of these, but that was the 911 first run. It says from 12:22, 13:30, 17:30, 17:30 to 22:30. These are all these specific people's runs, I'm guessing. The ambulance drivers, again, 17:30 to 7:30. Fire command staff, 7:30 to 7:30. I'm not quite sure what this means, to be honest with you. I know what this means to me.
Remember what Dylan said? She thought it was a firefighter.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and we have fire command staff right here. That's one person. That was the officer on scene for that.
Yeah.
And then the engine resident shift. Okay. I don't know why they call it that, but that would be the fire crew that is resident to the station. They're not volunteer. And then I don't know what the hell UI. Okay, so they went to the UI athletic event to be first aid, so that would have been the football game. To be on standby in case there was injuries. And then their B shift is the day after.
Be some shit if they were called to the whites and
for something different, right? It doesn't give us any kind of like what the calls were, of course, but
oh Jesus.
These red stars, I don't know what that means, but they seem important.
No wonder why they'd make those too. That is
it's all redacted too, which blows my mind. Why? If they're gonna show their names, like whatever, their names shouldn't matter, okay? But their personal information beyond that is what you should redact. None of this should be redacted, in my opinion. That's all I'm saying. So
that's a lot of thought to put behind why they freaking completely removed them from the timeline in what we're looking at here, but they were separated, in my opinion. Well, obviously, it's pretty freaking clear. In that Linda Lane video, she's not with him.
At that point, no. If that's him and Pete in the Linda Lane video, it was at 12:25. She was still back at Pete's apartment, from my understanding at that time. If we go by the timeline that the book gave us, did they walk over to that apartment to pick something up possibly and get into some shit there?
And that was where? The Whites?
The Linda Lane, like you said.
No, Pete's apartment.
Oh, Pete's apartment was inside the Sigma Chi house.
Oh, thanks.
And that's where they were last seen. They were all together hanging out. And then we see Ethan at that time, which would have left Xana there. And then Xana sends Pete a text message that says, you good, bro? And that's around the same time. So were they heading over there to get something? And Xana was like, hey, is everything good? Did you get it or not? You know what I mean? Something like that is what I was guessing on.
Maybe that rolls around that fight, huh?
Yeah, right.
Petey good. Pete.
I'm just saying. I mean, going to that direction, yeah. That's the thought of it. But
oh, you know what? You know what these 911 calls? Remember, I went on that left field thing that I thought that maybe these fights at these frats were over freaking one. Were these people pissed that they found out that they were getting different drugs that was from the guy that had them that was laced with fentanyl, or did one of these kids fall out and that's what started the fight? Because Ethan would have been known for the group that supplied the shit with fentanyl.
Well, that okay, yeah, I agree with you. Here's the thing, though. We heard recently that Bang Man was the guy that was the powder guy for the whole campus.
Uh-huh.
But we also know from watching when Logan got the Caden Young video where they did that whole interview with him, broke him down, and basically made him tell that Emma and Demetrius are the ones that supply that through the frats and stuff like that. So that tells me, at least in my opinion, that Bangman and Emma and D are all working together at some aspect of it, possibly, or they're completely
competitors,
opposing competitors. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, do any of these 911 calls maybe would they pin to somebody from a drug overdose? And then this happens for a drug overdose, and then when this original report comes out, they go, "Oh, possible drug overdose." I don't fucking know.
Yeah, they could. It definitely could. Any thoughts, you two?
Yeah, I don't know, because there would have been more damage done to Ethan if it was, something that had directly to do with Ethan. Like, I understand he could have got tied up in some drug shit, but I think because Kaylee took the brunt of it, she wasn't a kingpin. I mean,
Right.
she might have done a few lines, but I don't think she was selling it, and she got it the worst.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, you have the drug angle with Ethan and Xana. That makes sense. But I mean, as soon as you move to Maddie and Kaylee, it falls apart.
It does.
I
agree.
And that's why
that's why I think the drugs have something to do with the investigation, a parallel investigation. But I don't think they necessarily have to do everything with the crime.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, what if? Because I've been kind of formulating a theory, kind of going back to the.
I'll be right back.
separate
Keep going.
That it could be the Xan and Ethan via drugs, and then somebody saw that opportunity, whether it just be passing by or someone was actually stalking the house, saw what went down and said, "Oh, this is my opportunity."
Yeah. It's, as violent as that was, and Kaylee's connection, well, it seemed like that her and Bangman or whatever had a thing.
It was her and it was
or Barstow.
It was Xana and Bagman.
Or whatever the fuck. They were all tied together. But they're all from the Delts, huh? Yeah. The rowdy guys, the Jack Showalter that likes to fight.
Yeah.
I think they were the original suppliers and they got pissed. Violent. But
the only thing that would make sense if it was if it was a drug thing, then they were either Ethan, Kaylee, or both. They were dealing drugs for somebody, and it was on somebody. It was, and that turf just so happened to belong to the other party.
Yeah, I mean, I think each one of them played a part. To be quite honest, it's you got to think. Oh no.
Well, I mean, okay, so let's back it up here. So Kaylee and Maddie got the shit the worst, right? They got essentially mutilated. I mean, obviously Kaylee got her face bashed in. Yeah, Ethan and Xana, they got it pretty bad, but it looks like, Ethan was unfortunately done away with pretty quickly, and I think Xana was just caught up in the middle of it. But I mean, to crush somebody's face, I mean, you must have done something pretty effing bad. Unless Kaylee actually did call the authorities and they witnessed her call the authorities, or they overheard her call them.
And that was my thoughts with her brought in. And my only other thoughts was that, was she the one that dealt with the money with all this stuff in this house if they were running drugs through there?
Could have been.
I don't know.
But
I don't know. To tell you the honest truth, I mean, if I was dealing pot with my friends and I'm the one that's responsible for getting the money back to the dealer, I'm probably going to take care of the money, and I'm probably not going to let the pot out of my sight.
Yeah. But it's like, what happens if your friend did flush some shit or whatever was supposedly spun off of that, and you don't have control, but you're in a pinch?
Yeah, but then you're going after your own friend.
Yeah, but that's like your sister. I don't know.
I think at that point when you're dealing with, and go ahead, Dylan.
I was gonna say I don't think it was a money thing, because Kaylee had money, Ethan could get the money. I don't think it was a money thing.
I think it was a drug thing. I think it was solely. Sorry.
Go.
If this was over drugs, if this crime was committed over drugs, and they were looking for something, then I think they were looking for the drugs. I don't think it was the money, because I think if Ethan lost the money, he probably could have got a loan or probably could have borrowed some. fuck that. I broke
You know what?
something.
It kind of makes you think, though. In some of these interviews with some of his best friends, why at some point did they hit the money aspect? Oh, did Ethan have a job? Did Ethan have money? And then they went into, he bought groceries for people. And then they would always ask about Ethan's parents. You ever been to Ethan's parents? Were they looking for money in that and wondering if they did have a drug debt, why didn't they just pay it off? Because this kid has money. His parents have money. I don't know. I'm not trying to.
Did Ethan let everybody know that he had money? Or did people just assume that he had it?
And that's what's confusing, with the whole, because if you talk to Hunter, he couldn't even pay him back for a 12-pack. But you talk to some of the other ones, and he was given what his leftover whatever on his card to him so they could buy groceries.
And they redact every time they get into that conversation. They redact it every time.
Logan brought up an interesting point. What if Maddie and Kaylee were pretending to call 911, but really calling Jack instead to get the intruders to go away? But it only pissed them off more.
That's a good one, Logan.
That would be a hell of a bluff to call, though.
Well, if somebody heard it, maybe, you know what I mean?
I mean, if you're trying to make a fake phone call to the 911, you're not going to put it on speaker.
No, I mean, here's them talking on the phone, not maybe the other side, but just them talking. You know what I mean?
I mean, Jack wouldn't have stayed on the phone that long if he was confused. And also, didn't Jack make the first 17-minute phone call?
Well, I think that's not real. And that's why he acts so fucking confused, because I don't even remember it. I was sleeping.
And I have a hard time believing the timeline and the phone calls, especially coming out of Wickholm's book, just because the simple fact is I mean, they have the entire timestamps wrong. They have the times listed wrong. You don't even know what fucking time
right
some of these calls were made just because of the way they wrote it down.
Mm-hmm.
Because they made a mistake themselves, or they purposely made a mistake. So can you believe any of the information?
I don't think so. If they flushed the car out, what did they do on the pre before that to lead up to it?
Well, if some of these cops waited years to actually create a report, maybe they did write it down on paper, but I mean, they probably left some things out. They probably knew what to leave out, right? So you can't even trust the words that are printed on the paper.
No.
So,
and I guess you got to think too, and I guess the way they rolled it out with the video, the last thing you see was them leaving the grub truck with Eric Gower, and then the light bulb cam with the bullshit corner, but everything else in that town is fucking dark, and there's no other video surveillance. My ass. So that's where they all started to paint the picture with the media, like they're doing right now with their bullshit.
But now you got that interview that just came out where the girl says that Gower she doesn't even know who he is, and he didn't take him home. It was somebody else.
That's so fucked up. I didn't hear that one. But
just saying. Oh, yeah. She says that it was a Sobro that took them home, and that she doesn't even know who Eric Gower is.
Well, she also said she saw she saw Hunter on the side of the house throwing up, but we know that didn't happen.
Yeah, they were all throwing up outside the house, and the whole thing is a disaster.
What the fuck? That is weird. Throwing up outside the house, huh?
That's the way she put it, yeah.
What about all the blood on the side of the White's apartments?
Yeah, exactly.
Did they investigate that?
Oh, somebody had a bloody nose, buddy. Come on, you know better.
Yeah, just like in that girl's apartment.
Yeah, they had a paper cut.
Oh, it's okay. My ass.
Right.
In my opinion, I think, and I would freak out if somebody, there's no way you get a bloody nose and you freaking go someplace. You don't get put up on the wall. Like it was acted like by somebody's hand. Okay.
Yeah, there were fingerprint smears and all that shit on both sides of the wall. So
there was more blood on that wall than there was in one of those bedrooms.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And it's even, I forget who it was. That whole freaking bracelet blood thing. Somebody did some zoomed in pictures of it. I can't remember right now, but
We did it here.
The bracelet wasn't there in the picture. The blood wasn't there in the picture. The infamous picture that they had to just throw out there. And then after it, there's shit there that happened after it. It was the same day. It's like, holy fuck. I don't know. And there's a camera right fucking, I don't know. Did we ever figure that out?
And she said there was blood in her apartment too. I remember her saying that too.
Yeah. From a bloody nose. Holy shit. I don't know. Somebody would have had to hit somebody for that kind of shit. I don't know.
We got blood at the Whites. We got blood at Showalters.
I mean,
blood at
to get back to trial, I still think there's going to be lots of parts of the story that are going to be left out that we're always going to question. But at the same time, I mean, we're just going to be left sitting in the dark again.
Off rip, he's coming out with this attorney that's fucking, the background of the guy isn't where it needs to be, huh?
I mean, until something happens, and
yeah.
Like I'm not gonna say anything because maybe he's actually really good. You never know.
Yeah.
So from what I heard from Lana is that like this guy is a no BS, absolute bulldog.
Why is he a 1-star attorney?
It's like a Google review. I mean, is it? Do you believe or do you really trust a Google review? Like, no, fuck that.
Right.
It's like, I guess like the most of the customers that I hear from of mine are the ones that always want to complain. The ones that they don't ever come out and say, oh, hey, you're doing a great job. No. So it is possible, but it makes you wonder.
Yeah, and
I agree.
Some of the accusations thrown at him is not exactly the lawyer that you want if your claims is you were tricked into and lied to.
And good point. Going back to that drug thing
But
we were talking about.
Just to say, guys, I'm sorry. I'm gonna pop off for the night because I got to work really early tomorrow. So thank you guys for having me.
Yes, sir. Appreciate
Thanks for being here, bud.
Yeah, take it easy.
You too.
Have a good night. See you soon, Mo.
Later, Moto.
So Tomboy says that, and she's right, since we were talking about that stuff, some of the 4chan posts really early on said Dad was in debt because Maddie flushed $80,000 worth down a toilet. It kind of does line up with all this other shit now that we're hearing, if you think about it.
Yeah.
And truly and honestly, following that, SRB does make a good point. A lot of the 4chan stuff, just like a lot of the other stuff that we were told is bullshit, is starting to come to fruition. Truly and honestly.
Yeah.
It's I'm just saying stuff to think about is all I'm saying.
I mean, if it was that, then why make your move on Maddie with everybody there?
What do you mean?
Like you could have easily made a move
Yeah.
if it was if
maybe
the
Kaylee
target
just
was
threw
Maddie.
a cover up and they never knew. She was just like, oh, my best friend did that. I can't fucking say that she flushed it down the toilet. They're gonna freaking go after her.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just spinning shit. I don't want to prove you wrong, but I want to prove you wrong. But no, that's a good point. Why wouldn't they? That's a very good point.
You wait till after the new year. Kaylee's not there. The whole upstairs is your domain.
Yeah. She wasn't even supposed to be there,
Yeah.
Maybe that's why, because she wasn't supposed to be there.
Well, you see 5 cars in the driveway. It's
That's always been a problem.
It's not a nobody's home situation.
But yet again, no, I don't even know, you guys. We have the rumor. I'm going to call it a rumor at this point that Dylan went, to ask Kaylee to be her +1 conveniently. Again, allegedly.
She was probably just a plant fucking off rip. She started it at 4 a.m. She fit the story for Kaylee coming back to town. for the bullshit thing. She told the story about the party, and that's why she's just so all over the road. I mean, if you kind of think about it, I mean,
Well,
would
these
be-
are all the things that we're told, Mike, and I gotta wonder, where are we being told this stuff on purpose?
Yeah.
Honest to God.
She was the star of the 911 call.
I mean, no matter which way you look at it, Dylan is a catalyst for this.
In some aspects, somewhere, yeah. Unfortunately.
It's
And she also has plausible connections to a little bit of everything with different variations in her life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
a little bit of everything, like
between her boyfriend, her dad,
Mm-hmm.
herself, her friend. I mean, all
Mhm.
of these things is what I mean. You guys know what I mean.
kind of ties back to I think that those fellas are in a business relationship with Idaho and Washington.
Right. Well, let's ask this question then, so that
Mhm.
do you think Kaylee was the target, or do you think Xana and Maddie were the targets, or do you think Ethan was the target?
I think
Yeah.
Ethan was killed first, but I think Kaylee was the target.
You see what I'm saying? Well, Ethan being killed first would be just to shut the situation down, because he's the only one in the house that could have stopped anything, in my opinion.
That's probably
That
why
I
they
can
kept
agree
them
with.
away. Maybe that's why they separated them.
It could be right there.
Then you got Showalter as the lookout.
Well, no matter which way you slice it, the way we get to what we saw in Xana's room is someone was invited back to Xana's room.
That's where they did the cocaine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the party room. So that's what we've been told, and we see it sitting on one of the desks that are dresser in there, and you go in there.
Wasn't it blue though?
Well, it was a drug, is what I'm saying, but yeah. It was blue.
Yeah.
And they're listing it as Adderall. So if we're going to talk about that, then I'm going to tell you, I've been questioning recently the tox report. Okay.
Yeah.
And I can't not question it, especially with everybody talking about cocaine so much now. There's the interviews, right? There's no illicit drugs found in their system, definitely not cocaine, anything like that. So did we get a full tox report, or did we get a partial report? Because some of these things, and we talked about this last night in Discord too, some of these reports, you guys, honestly and realistically, take forever, like weeks and months sometimes to come back, and they had them back that fast.
You know how many years we've been listening to Tomboy Senate? You're never going to get those.
Right. Because
And
they're
then
in
they
Washington.
They come out of the sky like a fucking...
Almost conveniently, like, because they hear us complaining about it, and then poof, there it is. All the time.
Sure
I swear to God, if we
didn't it?
talk about something shows up. Sorry, Mike.
It like started the pace though, because then the G's did their little thing where they passed this law, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, you got 3 months later, these books start coming out. If you look at the times, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, and then the
Convenience
HBO
is
thing
real.
comes out tomorrow.
And thank you for that, because I was going to ask you guys if anybody knew when that one was coming. And then the other one is from the ID channel. Do you know the ID channel one when that's dropping?
That's the same thing. That's the same thing.
Oh, I thought it was two different ones. I was told there was two different ones coming. Okay.
No.
I heard HBO Max and then the ID channel.
You know what would sure shit make the Gonzalez is get so fired up that those autopsies reports came out? They found out that freaking Bryan Kohberger was about ready to do his plea thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, 100%.
That would explain all. I mean, obviously, they don't want that shit out there, but all this shit leads to something. It's just all twisted. We hadn't been dropped and trickled this bullshit the way we have for the purpose that,
Right. But that's the point I was making that Tomboy just said, though. And I'll keep repeating it. You will never get the full autopsy reports. So what my point was, they just gave us their version of an autopsy report to shut us the fuck up. Okay, here it is. Now shut up and go enjoy it. Boom, boom, boom. And it's not the real deal full report. They gave us the very basics and a generic version of even that, instead of the whole full situation, in my opinion.
You know, it's a freaking unique spinoff off of that, right? In those autopsy reports, they sure didn't list that debris, right? That hair.
No.
But then that fella there that wrote that book sure shit came out with that.
Yeah.
That's a. I wonder what the chain of custody on that bullshit is. Who's keeping track of that?
Oh, Tomboy said it was in there.
Was it?
Well, it was listed under debris. It wasn't under hair, but yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what you were asking, or maybe I misunderstood you? Like, it wasn't listed as hair. No,
I
it
just wondered
wasn't.
if it was there in general.
Yeah, it was under debris. That's the whole confusion part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. In Ethan's report, yeah. The whole thing's a mess. I mean, and I think it's supposed to be. That's the whole point. They have to keep everybody confused with the way things, like you said, they're trickling stuff left and right. They're putting one thing out here and one thing out over there. And then you have to compare the two and they don't match. And then they drop interviews over here. Somebody says this. There's no drugs involved whatsoever. Then you got 2 interviews where they're talking about cocaine. Come on.
And then you got, this EWU stuff that they're battling over right now, where they're trying to get, stuff from, Bryan's interrogation, which is like, from my personal opinion right now, the most investigation they have done in this case, and this is probably going to be true, was to figure out who the hell came in and did this shit right on their nose. That's all they cared about.
And then conveniently they lose the recorder from that interview. And of course, it's an FBI interview, so we're not going to see it. So,
yeah, it's fucking wild.
It's all being done very much on purpose, in my opinion. Very much so.
I'm gonna fast forward here on this.
Go ahead.
To the point that shows how much work they actually did on the car to figure out that, hey, we got to do something with this shit, because it wasn't going to fit to Bryan Kohberger, in my personal opinion here.
Yeah, and I just want to reiterate that definitely in those autopsy reports that we got, there was definitely some stuff that was omitted, and I'd be willing to bet that Ligerich's remarks, at least on Kaylee, was omitted.
Logan has always been really big on that too, which I agree. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
You got to think, as much as nobody wants to believe Whitcomb, but he did leave out, give us some breadcrumbs, but the one bedroom that was, just clean AF downstairs. What was that used for? Not, that evening, because there were some things down there that seemed pretty clean.
Well, in that first floor bathroom, there's no toilet paper.
Yeah.
No toothbrushes. The shower curtain was gone. All that was left was a bunch of shampoo bottles.
Complete shit.
That was according to Turvey.
Yeah, where'd he go?
Yeah, Turvey needs to make a comeback and start going after Blu-ray.
Blu-ray? What are you talking about?
Sci-Ray?
Oh, yeah. That guy's angle was quite interesting. I really think that relationship between freaking him and the Gonzalez's is deep. That's just my opinion.
Whoever can get that interview with both of them in one room, oh my God.
Who, the Grinch?
No, if someone can get Sci-Ray and Turvey in one interview.
I think you might want to. You probably have to take bets.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
We'll put that. We'd put that crap on pay-per-view.
That would be interesting. Yeah,
that would be interesting.
Where did you come up with the name the Grinch?
Oh, you just look at her face, bud.
Makes sense. That makes sense.
The screechy voice. You know, she's just like she's negative about everything. She can't.
No lie.
She was negative about finding the money in Kaylee's wallet, dumbass.
Yeah, she's interesting for sure.
She's a fucking mess, man. Here, I'm backing this up. I'm just gonna test this, make sure I'm at my spot. So give me a
Go
sec.
for it. You don't have it pulled up yet.
It's up. I'm just going to the spot to all the work that they put in to flush this car.
Okay.
All right, here we go on this.
Payne does exactly what I would expect him to do. He says that the very next day, November 24th, 2022, at approximately 1700 hours on November 24th, 2022, I took the MPD school car. In case you have any questions about what the MPD school car is, a silver Ford Fusion. Now, why is Brett Payne taking this MPD school car and doing these tests with it? It's quite obvious because of Molly McMichael's statement of her seeing the MPD school car driving past her at right before 4 a.m. And he drove the route of the suspect vehicle. Now, why would you take the MPD school car and drive the route of the suspect vehicle there, Brett Payne? I drove two separate routes in front of the camera located at Ridge Road. I can't remember the address on it, but we all know it. Once westbound on Louder Avenue, and then twice on Ridge Road, southbound and northbound. Now, why was he doing this? I advised the command post of the times these runs and requested the video from the point of contact at Ridge Road in order to compare the color of the test vehicle to that of the suspect vehicle. So what he is describing here is when you have the King Road residence here and it goes over to King and it comes out to Taylor. We all are familiar with this loop, how Taylor goes down, you turn on Ridge, come down here to Paradise, back up where Louder comes.
You know what, some shit? At this point in time, is this really when they had all this footage of all these different cameras and they were testing this shit and they were like, oh, no, throw that away. Throw that, you know, and they're like, oh, nope, we're just going to leave the light bulb cam and we just deal with one.
I know that I know that the facility that they went and did a half-ass search on Gower's car would be if it was Kohberger taking the path that they say that it took, his car would be found on camera. It's a government facility. They would obviously have cameras.
Oh, the Wi-Fi was down.
Yeah.
It was on the same loop as the campus.
Wi-Fi had to reboot.
I think this is when they burned it all, Joe. Anyways.
Through and meets Ridge, and then it goes up over to Taylor. So what Brett Payne is describing here is first, he drove two routes in front of the camera. The first one was westbound on Louder. All right, so westbound on Louder means he was driving this way on Louder because I believe it's 1125 Ridge Road right here, caught a vehicle on camera. So he was driving that same route so he could compare that.
So I guess what we could pin this to is the bullshit that we've seen around the WSU, right? This could probably fit to that. The only shit they let out around there. Oh, look, there goes his car with no fog lights.
Ford Fusion to that camera footage. But then he drove this way and this way on Ridge Road so he could compare that camera footage on Ridge to that Ford Fusion. Why was he doing that? Because of the video footage of the vehicle on Ridge. Now, I bet he was surprised when it didn't match up to that video, because we now know that that video was of the green Hyundai Elantra, not that Ford Fusion. So he, I'm sure, was able to rule the vehicle out for that one. However, you can also see that he was trying to determine if it was the Ford Fusion that Molly McMichael had seen.
But no wonder why he's freaking, he probably looked like he got shorter and got less hair. He had to do all this shit. No wonder why they bumped him up. Oh, you're muted, Bubba.
Sorry, I must have bumped my mic. Real quick, I have to address this every time I see it because it bugs me. There are no tunnels under the house. We looked into this years and years and years ago. Actually, Tomboy hit it too already. They have the steam, like the walkways under the sidewalks and under the campus area to be able to get in and handle like the heating and all that kind of stuff in there. That's all it is. There's no tunnels under the house, folks. None. I swear to God, was it Crime Circus that did that, went crazy with that? That drove me nuts. We looked at everything we could look at. Blueprints, everything. There's no tunnels under there, guys. Just so you guys know.
These people.
And
Anyway,
because
it's not their fault because they're told by other people that this exists. So anyway,
yeah.
Sorry, Mike.
And when this was going down, there was tons of flies.
Yes.
Once I completed these runs, I drove to 1122 King Road and walked the route Molly McMichael stated she took while on foot near the house on 11/13.
Yep, so they could get more video cameras.
2022.
Yeah, right.
So they are deeply investigating Molly McMichael at this point, and you would assume that you would, because she's the only person that you know was there at 4 a.m. where everybody says this crime started. Now, also, he parked the MPD school car on Queen Road immediately to the east of 1122 King Road. So what is he saying right there? Here is 1122 King Road. Here's the Queen Road Apartments. He's saying that he parked that vehicle directly to the east. Where are we at? Directly to the east of 1122 King Road. So that means he parked that vehicle right here. Could possibly mean he parked the vehicle right here, directly to the east. He isn't more specific. But he is saying that in order to observe the effects of the orange tinted street lights located in that area, to observe the effects of what? He wants to see what the orange tinted street lights, what the effect it has on the Ford Fusion, the MPD school car, because he wants to see if it makes it look like a tan sedan and verify the DoorDash statement that that is what she had seen. And guess what? It turned out the lights appeared to make the silver vehicle look tanner in color than it would under the white street lights. This is how an investigation is supposed to.
That's exactly how it went. Dude, they did more investigation on how to freaking figure out what they needed to delete from this whole deal than anything. It's fucking crazy.
They spent more time building the bridge to Kohberger than they did to cross the bridge to the actual killer.
It really is, and
they created an entire case around this guy.
And then it's just every angle from the building up of the DNA to, I don't know, it's wild. So many angles. I don't know.
Again, I believe done purposely to keep everybody in the world confused.
Yeah.
I mean, why else would you have 50 plus terabytes of data?
Is that even true? Who the hell was saying this? That Epstein has, what was it, like 3 to 6 in his whole thing, and this has 50?
I don't even think it.
I thought it was 60, 51. Yeah.
Which one?
I don't think the Epstein stuff got into the terabytes.
Oh, that makes sense, huh?
Because, well, if I was a shady prosecutor and I was trying to cover and I was trying to bury stuff, I would be putting in every single traffic cam, related or not. I would be doing ridiculously long interviews that have nothing to do with the case, mislabeling, the whole shebang. If you're go find that needle in the haystack.
Yeah, for real. And you think somebody would have been real proud presenting this, you know?
You would think.
But why did they come out and admit that Bryan didn't stalk him?
I'll never understand that one. that would have been that would have been the easiest way to lock this down, I think.
With that could have been more of like liability towards the school.
Just as much as they could have placed DNA in Bryan's car when they had it too, which I'll never understand. SRB said that a long time ago, and I was like, "You are absolutely right. Good point."
Because that was done by the FBI in Pennsylvania, not.
Well, that was the conclusion we eventually figured out, but still.
Oh Jesus! Yeah, I really want to know that date when they let this thing loose. That'd be interesting to know.
Yeah, right.
But it's literally, I mean, all these kids were handled by like the different people, and they shot different angles. Some they just talked about their lives. It's fucking crazy. They spent a lot of time on this shit.
All to come to a very questionable plea deal.
Yeah, for real. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how this goes. They definitely are ammoing up, the people in America and Bryan.
Yeah. If you can't win in the courtroom, win in the newspaper.
And they flush out the freaking, that basically nobody's talked to Bryan. So here's the other thing too is, all these other actual yo-yos like Wade Wilson and all these other, I know he's been going for appeals and shit, but you got where you can't get jail calls. Oh, it must just because it's Idaho. But yet then you got Cy coming out saying that, he thinks there's something weird with Ann, right? Because she went and seen him daily.
Right.
They act like
they got an unhealthy relationship.
But out in the media, they paint it like all he's doing is freaking washing his hands and not talking to anybody and freaking going out in the play yard for an hour a day.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Oh, man. That's something. Why do you guys think they would? And it seems like, right, that like they appear to make it like Bryan's parents weren't even talking to him. Nobody was talking to him. I guess they just want to make everybody think that he's shut away in the dark.
We were also told they were withholding his mail from him too beforehand. That he was getting letters from people that they were never handing him giving him his mail for the longest time. So,
which I feel that's a federal offense.
It should be. It should be. Now, I have no way to verify to prove that, but that's what we were told recently. So
it's all fuckery.
For real. It 100% it is.
It'll be interesting. What's your guys' opinion on the whole EWU thing? I mean, you really think they really want this footage for?
Yeah. I think they want to be able to put it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's a whole other bowl of fuckery.
there isn't a step. There is not a step you can take in this case without stepping in dog shit.
Right?
They definitely brought some shit to the table because their attorneys were freaking ready. They didn't sure send them the sideways fucking deal. I don't know how they're going to get any of that stuff from Pennsylvania, you know?
Yeah.
That's a joke. You guys saw that video the other day where somebody put out that's the first time I've seen it, when they put Bryan in the car originally, they put a helmet on him.
Oh my God, dude. I never realized until the other day that they put a fucking military helmet on him which I've seen done before to avoid him being shot because of people wanting to take him out. But I never realized, I don't know why or how I didn't realize they did that until I saw that the other day. It was crazy.
Yeah, I just, and then who knows what was real, but if that police escort was that real when they took him out of there, are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, I watched that on the news. Dude, that whole thing, the flight from PA to Idaho was filmed, the whole thing. It was insane. Like, it was like this whole major event, and they filmed the whole thing. You could see the plane flying from time to time. They would show, and then when he landed, they had all of Idaho there to receive him and locked him down with all the chains, and they walked with the entire police department in. I was like, good God, guys, talk about overkill. It's ridiculous. And they did the same thing with Richard Allen, guys. It's to create the how can I say this? And I've said this before. It's to create the illusion of the monster. Okay, the monster, Bryan Kohberger, to go along with the propaganda they spread for 3 years. They had to start there. Richard Allen. They brought this tiny little Richard Allen to court, geared up and chain. He looked like fucking what's his name? Jacob Marley from Scrooged. Okay, with all these chains and shit dragging behind him with 13. I counted them. 13 police officers walking this guy from intake through to the courtroom. For what reason? What is he going to do?
You know,
could have had two walking with him. 2 people. That's all he needs.
They fell off the railroad over in Kentucky, though. When the sheriff shot the judge, they just put him back in the car, Joe, and took him down to the Holborn station.
Yep.
You know.
It's insane. It is insane. Here, guys, look at this and what? Here's the monster. We're going to create the monster, and you make your mind up. It's crazy. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, it's all for Hollywood purposes.
Yes. Yeah, there you go, Steve. You like to talk about Hollywood all the time. There's your Hollywood, bro.
I think they're just fighting, man, because they just the real truth behind this is, like he originally said once, some people might not like some of the things that they see if they come out or whatever. There's some angles on this. I mean, why were they digging through Kaylee's Tinder, and then they went on to other things on, you know where I'm going with this. Why? She wasn't selling drugs through Tinder.
Right.
I don't know. There's just so much shit in this. There's so many angles that, I don't know. I think that's where they were probably looking for. Who even know? I'm just going to shut up on that. It's a whole squirrel brain idea.
I mean, when you look at the rumors between Kaylee and, what was it, Tisdall?
Rosenthal.
Rosie. I mean, curiosity. Is he trying to look to make sure that he's not on that phone?
Good Lord, that'd be another reason to flush it, huh?
Magically, you can't get in, even though you got the code.
Yeah. That was a joke to me.
They sure
it's still a joke to me.
But they sure as shit, pinned Bryan Kohberger to this out of their little fucking hooky dookie circle, huh?
Yes, they bring in Secret Service for the digital issues and stuff, the phones, whatever. Secret Service, Homeland Security, ISP, Moscow PD, and ABC, BBD, whoever else they want to bring in on this, and nobody can get in one phone. I'm calling the big BS on that one, okay? The big BS. There's no way in hell. She wasn't working for the fucking CIA, folks. Her phone was not encrypted by fucking J. Edgar Hoover, okay? It was nothing like that. It's just Apple does their thing. I get it. But we already know that was not true because the families are talking about having mirrored phones and knowing what was in it. Come on. Anyway.
I mean, Olivia let the cat out of the bag. They said that they had the passcode and they got into it. And then somehow they couldn't do anything because of a two-factor authentication, which is that's not how an iPhone works.
Nope.
If you have the passcode, you can get into the phone. You can see all the messages, all the apps, the phone log, everything.
I mean, you got Dick Wizard there, Steve G. I mean, he should be able to figure it out, huh? IT tech guy.
Mr. IT himself.
You know what I mean?
According to him, when he starts talking big words, yeah, of course. I mean, none of it makes sense.
If he really gave an F, he would have been out here preaching the iPhone or Apple sucks, huh?
Oh, that's a good way to put it.
The guy's trash. It's crazy though, to see what they're doing. It's the side of the defense that's coming out. It's odd, but I'm sure it won't be long before we'll see what comes about it, huh?
Well, if we see it, Mike, that's the thing. We may see.
Oh, I know.
We may see something. I don't know that that's going to be it.
No, there's just too many people on the line.
Right.
I'm surprised Hitler's reacting the way he is.
Wait. Just wait.
Yeah,
we'll figure it out.
He just fed him the, breakfast for now. Yeah, exactly what you said.
Just wait. My prediction was that he's going to approve everything, so he has full control of everything. And thus far, we're going that way. We still have to approve the evidentiary hearing and all that other fun stuff to make it happen. But we'll see. We'll see. That's just my prediction because I can't see him wanting or allowing it to go any higher than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that seems damn near impossible.
Yeah, I think we're going to see Hitler call it a lot more down the middle.
Only to protect himself, in my opinion, Dylan.
Well,
because everybody, the whole world's fucking watching him now. So
yeah, he's not calling it down the middle for moral reasons.
No, we figured that out the first fucking time. So
this guy signed up for a shitload of shit, I think it's just another part of their plant, Well, Bill worked his magic in the background. That shit that he did with Molly, though, it's unreal, man. How they just fit her to, and it's like the Janelle Braun thing. It's like on the body cam, they just let her run over to freaking, nope, just let her go. It's all in their mix. It's crazy.
Yes, sir.
One hand washes the other. They spin up all this shit from jail and then, it funds the police department. I'm telling you.
Yep.
Yeah, the SD card. Tomboy. No, there's no way a light bulb cam has a freaking SD card. That's where they slipped up on that. Where did that SD card come from? That's a good one. Probably came from the Whites. Came somewhere from some other place from around the corner.
Well, how did they? Here's my thing, though. I wonder about that, though, Mike. How did they get the info off the camera without an SD card?
Yeah, I don't know.
Logged into the app.
I thought they did have one.
I don't think those trash things have them.
No, there is zero chance.
Is Senor in here? Because he bought one, the same one.
Was.
Is he still? Are you still in here, Senor? Just to verify that, because I know he bought the same camera. He said, I thought they did have one because I thought that would be the only way to pull anything off of it. But
is that why they freaking took it apart?
Probably. Well, they broke it too.
That didn't make a damn bit of sense. There's no way. Oh, we got.
That's what I thought. They handed. No, that was a different camera.
Wait, well, the 1122 camera, they downloaded it like 7 days later, and Jack got access to it that night.
When he said it, he threw that freaking SD card or whatever on his dash. They were on body cam, correct?
Yes, sir. They handed it to Gunderson. He opened the door, tossed it in there, and closed the door.
Say that one more time.
They handed it to Gunderson. He opened the door to the cruiser, tossed it in there, and shut the door.
Huh. That's quite interesting.
Yeah, SRB. That's what I thought. SRB said the light bulb security cameras of this type typically have a micro SD card for video storage. So that's what I kind of thought. I just couldn't figure out how else they would do it. It was in his door panel pocket, right? I wonder how long it stayed there.
That is a good question.
Probably still there.
That's my thought.
You know what? I don't know. I'm just not believing this whole one part of this EW thing. But I thought was kind of interesting is they are fighting over what was it body cam footage of the apartments when they went door to door?
I think they're fighting the whole shebang.
Yeah, but one thing that was high. Why would they? I could be left field. I mean, I just said that Whitcomb was writing a book with Dylan. But
yeah.
I'm telling
you. Did we find that yet?
But I'm not going to look for it. There's an interview with some trash bag.
According to Grok, that's not happening.
Piss on you.
That was one hell of a dream, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. We'll talk later. Anyways, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they would be really after that. Out of everything in this case, it's like, okay, why would you want the door to door? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Last place Ethan was? Huh.
Right.
I don't know. Everything makes a point, in my opinion.
I agree. Yeah, there's at least, I've been saying this forever too, as far as cameras go. Besides 1112, there's at least 3 more cameras at minimum. Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen them, and I'm sure that they weren't working, or they're broken, or they weren't connected or hooked up is going to be the excuse. And I think that I don't believe that. I believe that they were working, otherwise they wouldn't be there. And I think that there's footage on them that they do not want anybody to see. That is exactly why I think those have never been brought out. So, again, I'll say that till the day I die.
Wasn't there a camera pointed right at the back door on 1122? I know.
There was. Are you talking about the camera that was posted in the backyard?
Yeah, I heard.
The school project cam or whatever that was.
I heard there was a camera that was pointed right at the back door.
What the hell are you doing with a school project? Fucking filming Walenta. You want to see how they should fucking straighten out that curve in that road or what?
They had it pointed towards the house, from my understanding. It was sitting on some kind of a pole or some shit that they. And when this all happened, they came and grabbed it real quick and removed it. How is that even legal?
Yeah.
It's not.
Why did the police not grab it?
Fake police.
And I also looked into the mailing thing. It is 1,000% illegal.
What is?
To withhold the mail, even with an inmate.
That's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah, federal law protects the inmate's right to receive mail under the First Amendment and specific Bureau of Prison regulations. Prison staff generally cannot withhold or intercept any inmate's non-privileged mail without a legitimate penological reason. If a federal prison employee or someone under the color of federal law deliberately and unjustifiably withholds an inmate's mail, it can violate U.S. Code 1702 and Civil Rights Statute 42 U.S.C. Statute 1983 or Bivens Act against federal officials.
They did the Richard Allen too. And you were talking about the camera pointing at the back of 1122, not 1112, right?
Correct.
That's what. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
You know, it just straight up proves that they're full of shit with, his sister that came out and, it, on that stuff that he had wrote them. I don't feel like that was just a one-time write. I mean, he's been writing them for a while to, yeah. So it's.
Right. I agree.
What I really, let me look for something here real quick.
Sure thing.
Hold on, Tomboy. I'll ask. I'll ask Grok.
Oh, what are you asking?
If you can threaten an inmate from outside the prison.
Gee, I wonder who did that.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
A family member making threats to Bryan.
Oh. You think that's even real?
Yeah, he's looking up to see what can happen through Grok.
I don't think that's possible. Who said that?
Steve Gonsalves has done it like multiple times.
He's so full of crap. This guy, I don't know. You watched Pop's video about his whole cell phone tracking thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, it makes sense, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know how Bryan would get teamed up with these people. Is the rough part,
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Jeffrey will run us through the ringer on this one, bud.
I'm sure. What are we talking about over here with the film crew? Huh?
Mm-hmm. Which one?
Hey, Tomboy said something about film crew, and I'm like, what?
What the hell is he talking about?
I don't know. That's what I was waiting to see if there was more to it. I don't believe there was ever a film crew there. I know that there was a rumor about that camera we were just talking about having something to do with one of a class within the university having some kind of a project they were doing. Then that was what they were filming with. But is that what you mean by that?
The hell are they filming? The parties or the kids throwing all the freaking shoes with the shoelaces up over the fucking
I have no
power
idea.
wire? Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That would make sense if they were watching the house, though.
Grok said no, it is not generally legal. Threatening someone with violence or serious harm is a crime under both state and federal law, regardless of whether the person is in prison or free. The key point is true threats are not protected in free speech. If the threat is specific, credible, and intended to intimidate or place the person in fear, it can be prosecuted. Federal law makes it a crime to transmit threats across state lines via phone, email, social media, letters, or other interstate means. Many threats sent from outside a prison fall under this. Also, state law also criminalizes threats, often called criminal threats, terroristic threats, or harassment. The fact that the target is an inmate does not make the threat legal. Inmates still have legal protections against threats of violence.
Well, I guess you could spin that around. I mean, that would be part of a reason why you wouldn't be happy with your plea, huh?
Yeah.
You couldn't get your mail, but I highly doubt it. I don't think so.
I can agree.
They're sending guys in the freaking, I don't even know. There's a lot. I think it's horseshit. But they can get this, that picture of him with the red hands and all that shit. It's just bullshit.
Right. Moonflower, I thought they had debunked that whole thing about that. Is what I was saying with the camera on the tripod, filming the backyard and slider door and all that stuff. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Is I thought that had been debunked. I'm sorry.
I think it would have been because somebody applied for the footage, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was somebody legit too, right? Yeah. I'm not mistaken.
Right.
It was like, that's ridiculous.
Sorry, I'm reading the chat while I'm listening to you too.
Oh, you're
sorry.
good. It was like crazy. 40, 60, $7,000 or something, wasn't it? Or am I high? I'm not high.
How much did you?
Wasn't it like 40 or 60 some thousand or something weird? 10, 12, who knows? Maybe it was 12.
It could have been.
I think 60's high.
A little
bit. Yeah, definitely. That's for sure. You don't put a tripod back there to like do any school project, in my opinion.
That's why I said I thought somebody had debunked it. I don't know. Don't quote me on that because that's what I had heard. Or was it Tomboy that said, yeah, not the backyard, from the roof of the science building. Now that was something else I heard too. That makes more sense.
Science
and
building.
it ended up being pointed in that direction, and so they were curious about it, and then they had removed it. I guess that makes more sense from what I remember because it's been so long now.
A science building to the school?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I remember hearing that story. They were filming something in particular. They weren't filming the house on purpose. But what they were filming, if I remember correctly, that they were, whatever it was, it ended up being in the same direction as the house itself.
Mm-hmm.
So there was talk that there was curiosity about that, if it was true, if it picked up anything going on in that direction at that point in time that night. That's all. That is what I remember hearing now. Thank you, Tomboy, for clarifying.
Huh. Oh, that's interesting.
Let me see here.
Are you looking for a science building?
No. That's a good idea, though. Yeah, hang on a minute.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. There's the farmhouse for sure. What the fuck? Ain't no way. That's impossible.
What's wrong?
Huh? What?
While you're talking, I thought
you're
talking to us.
I just said it was impossible.
Okay, hold on here. Why won't this let me? What the hell? What is going on with this now?
What you doing?
Nothing. It said my connection wasn't safe, and when I was trying to look this up, and it restricted me from it.
I think that science building is a whatchamacallit. I can't even find the goddamn thing.
Okay. Here we go. All right. This is the interactive map for U of I. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Just a little. Okay, so this says Life and Sciences South. I'm guessing that's the only one I see that. Holy shit! Hold on. That has the word science in it.
Yeah, I couldn't see shit. I don't think it's anywhere close.
No, I'd have to put that West Idaho Avenue, South Ash Street, Elm Street, South Pine. So this is actually on campus. The names of the right. Sorry, you guys. I'm trying to see if it's showing the other areas, but I guess not. That's the only building I can see that has anything to do with science, unless it has a different name.
Yeah, that's way the hell over there. Because you're in the numbered streets.
Yeah, this is actually on campus itself.
Oh yeah, that's fucking. You should see the mound of fucking trees that separate that in the house.
And then here's South Nez Perce, which is closer to that area, I believe. But I still don't see. Good God. Yeah, this is quite a ways away.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. No, wait. Nope. There's the band field. Ridge Road.
It's probably where they all snuck in, Joe.
Uh-huh.
Snucked is not a word.
Snuck in. Yeah.
It's like tucked in.
So this takes us to the other side. This map is weird. It's an interactive map, so it moves when you move.
Because like where your pointer is now is like the house-ish area.
Yeah. AG building.
Oh, AG was that stupid ass frat.
Oh, the agriculture building. I don't see it on this. It should be around this area somewhere, being that that's the band field. I don't know.
It's all surveilled.
If it had a clear view of the back, it would have to be on the other. It would have to be closer to the door than what we're aiming for, because of the trees. It wouldn't have caught anything. Those trees covered up pretty much that entire backyard.
That's way thick.
Yeah, good point.
They just flushed it out. No, it starts with Livy. I don't know what she's talking about, Joe.
Who? That's what I'm trying to catch up with the chat to figure out.
Me neither.
So do you have any new thoughts on any of this or anything at all, Dylan?
Not really. I mean, I'm still sticking with my police involvement theory.
Yeah.
And you agree with that too, Mike?
I don't know. No. Unless they were trying to corral these kids, but I can't see them mistaking anybody. I don't know. Just the way it went. Everything that comes out. It's hard to tell. Yeah, I mean, who were the disappearing couple, right? I mean, officers.
Tisdale
right.
and Rosenthal. I think it was a 2 to 3 part event, and I think it was more of either a coincidental or opportunist from one set of killings to the other.
Is that where you feel these officers come into play, right?
Yeah, because like I said, I think because I think at least Kaylee, her injuries suggest that her hands were behind her back. And the only reason why the ligature marks would be omitted was because it would show marks of handcuffs.
If it left marks.
I mean, I'm assuming there was a bit of a struggle because there was some scrapes on Kaylee's hands, and so there was some sort of struggle, and I mean, you're not going to lightly put them on.
I guess
Right.
what would further make you think that, that would, other than that we've seen that would make it look like they possibly could be involved?
I mean, the simple fact that they're lying about where they were at the time of the murders.
Did they just try to erase them 100% because they didn't even want to show any of their involvement that was with these jokers? Not jokers, but kids, and what they were doing, and the frats around them?
That would be smart. That could cause a lot of problems.
I mean, how infiltrated were they with these kids? We know they definitely like to get buddy-buddy.
They couldn't have been. They couldn't have been that. They couldn't have been that ingrained because they would have got snuffed out quickly.
Yeah. Unless they just promised these kids shit, let them off.
Logan said that Ethan had possible ligature marks, according to the autopsy. And he would probably be the one they'd be most worried about because he's the only one, in my opinion, that could have shut that thing down.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, is that exactly why they separated them, from everything else that was going on?
Right.
It's, no phone records, nothing, everything. I don't know. It's hard for me to put law enforcement in it, other than they're just trying to cover their ass and get themselves out of the picture.
I think Lana believes that law enforcement was the cleanup crew, and I understand why.
Yeah. For sure.
I don't believe that law enforcement were the killers by any means, but I do believe there was an involvement as far as after the fact.
Yeah,
to help to clean things up and create the narrative and stuff for sure.
There was definitely a multi-layer cover-up. The frats covering up because nobody wants to go to jail. MPD covering up because they fucked up somewhere on multiple occasions. And then you have
that's a definite.
You have the U of I covering up because enrollment numbers. Not a great tagline when
it makes sense.
Come to Idaho where Greek life is a killer.
Yeah, there's so much going on. There's a lot, Trying to buy that university. There's a lot of shit, You get a lot of people's dirt that's involved in it too, so it's, grants and all that kind of stuff.
Ms. Mamakin said, did I hear DM is writing a book with Chris Wickham?
See, I told you.
No.
Is she asking you, or is she saying she heard it somewhere else?
Somebody covered it today, I swear. It really wasn't a dream, Joe.
Grok said no.
I believe you, bud.
He hinted around it in the interview. He did an interview with this freaking... Who the hell was it?
I saw the interview you did with that other guy.
I think that's where it came up. Let
me find that.
Yeah, definitely parents covering up.
Aha. Hold on.
It's funny where this guy pops up for sure. Oh, here, let's you up here, buddy.
All right, let me see if we can find this in here somewhere.
1992, I was new on this team relative to the Chilean government. Very odd. I mean, it would have any course to use them.
Right now. Ink cartridges do.
The U.S. government now knows about SEAL Team 6, I don't know, way down the list.
I'm going to let you play this real quick. I'm going to use the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, I'm just gonna scrub through it till I find something related to that. Hold on. Go ahead.
Watched a demonstration.
The fact that Timothy McVeigh was.
Thank you for that.
So you're either training or you're deploying.
Exactly.
Some kind of.
All we had.
Yeah.
So now you drive out to the potato field.
Yeah.
It was all fun.
I feel like I would dig that.
You find a hide. You try to find a place that they can't see you.
Yeah.
And mine was in this rocky outcrop because these people that they hire for these jobs, it has to be for something that we all agree upon as Americans.
Yes.
This is right.
Yeah.
This is wrong.
Totally.
Now, the things go,
Go to the transcript.
Makes life
search it that way.
easier. Not in a big flashy way.
What'd you say?
You can go to the transcripts and look at that. Look it up that way. The description. Yep. Click on that. Scroll down.
I know where it is, Dylan. I'm just kidding. I know it's in here somewhere if they have it.
Keep going down. There it is.
Let's see. Dylan.
Oh, I guess it's Dylan McDermott, not Dylan Mortensen.
Big difference. Oh, Dylan McDermott. I'm sorry. I didn't see it till just now. Huh. Well, there you go, Mike. Well, that's a whole different. Well, I was trying to read chat and do this.
And I'm half asleep, so. That and I don't do well listening to mommy anyway, so.
Dylan McDermott. Isn't that the guy that plays wait, Dylan McDermott's the guy that plays the fire chief on Chicago Fire. Why would he be writing a book with that's wild, okay. The Springfield 3, okay. Interesting. Well, there's your answer, Mikey. At least you know you didn't dream it. It's just not what you thought it was. This ain't my show. It's his show. He got to ask the question. Are you back, buddy? You're muted. No, I guess he's not back.
Oh, he might be in there a while. Yeah, Dylan McDermott's an actor. Why would he be writing a book?
Especially on this. It's weird.
Trash it, bud.
So it wasn't Dylan Mortensen. It's Dylan McDermott, the actor.
Oh.
So you did hear it, but
They
you
might
didn't
just
hear
be
the right
talking
part of it.
about him, not so much writing a book.
Jesus. Guess that was a big dream, wasn't it, bud?
Well, not really. I mean, you heard the name.
What are you hunting for?
Nothing. That's what it was. And then they said they were saying it in the chat. I just wasn't looking at the chat. I was looking for
gotcha.
this. So there's your answer.
Yep. That one is debunked.
Just ask your mods.
They are important. Anything else you think you guys want to cover?
I got nothing.
You don't got a thorn in your side yet? Other than Viv?
I think I dispatched of that trash.
You did what?
I think I dispatched.
Who are
of
you
that
talking
trash.
about?
Viv.
Who is it, Dylan?
Vivian the moron.
Oh, there you go, buddy.
She's warming him up.
Dylan Dylan McDermott was in the practice and still, yeah, he was. Which McDermott was the one that played, or is it the same guy? He played the fire chief on Chicago Fire for a little while. Is it him or his brother?
What the hell is he doing that for?
Who?
Wickham.
That's what makes no sense to me. I don't think anybody. Maybe he has an interest in true crime or something. I don't know.
Well, or maybe he had a buddy that was in the case, huh? You want me to take this down?
Oh.
Yeah. Old man pressing buttons again.
Double vision.
Was that me? It did that?
You.
I'm trying to focus on the chat because I don't look at it enough, I guess. So I got lost. Sorry.
It's all right, man. He did not play the fire chief.
Who played one of the McDermotts, I swear to God, played fire chief on Chicago Fire. When they replaced the one guy. Damn it. I'm going to find it myself.
You saw this one? I don't even know. I'm horrible with names. Where in the hell? You saw this one, Joe?
Was in the practice and still Magnolias. Dermot Mulrooney. There we go. Thank you, Tandy. I knew it was one of them damn names. Thank you.
That's sideways.
It's close to the name.
Is it like...
Thank you, Tandy. I appreciate that.
Cheese tea?
I knew I wasn't losing my mind. But
like cheese tea was close to the name too, huh?
Yeah. Dermot Mulrooney. So who the fuck is Dylan McDermott then? Still Magnolias, FBI's. Okay. I know who. I haven't separated my mind now, finally. Jesus.
What the hell did this guy do?
No idea.
SRB, we got to have a discussion about getting Dago to the nursing home.
Uh-oh. It must be.
I'm just gonna put one day of what I deal with every day and your guys' head and show you why I'm brain dead anymore.
Is that house you're in? You got asbestos, bud? Is that what you're stirring up?
Yeah, it's everything I've been dealing with this past month. That's why I can't even think. I forget my own damn name.
I couldn't. I remember the first time I bought a house, man. I think in 4 weeks I locked the keys in the car 6 times. Moving's not fun. I hate moving.
Oh, it's not just that. It's everything.
Yeah.
All of it. This is a whole new situation.
Yeah, buddy.
Wallace Bowden. Dermot Mulrooney. Yep. Okay, so then how did I get those two confused? It has to be the name. Because I watched the hell out of that show, so I should have known that. Dylan McDermott. I still know both names. Either way, moving on. I was wrong. So any
No. I don't know who's gonna come out next.
That's what I was going to ask. Like, do you think anything's going to be coming? Like, anything big coming? Anything more?
We'll see, because from what I heard, Connor's got a crap ton of interviews that he got in.
He did get another one that I saw posted earlier before this started.
Yeah.
Who's that?
It's another girl. Hold on, I'll tell you real quick. Aiden McKenty.
I'm going to take a wild guess and say Ethan and Xana were her best friends. Maddie, she's seen once or twice.
Yeah.
Kaylee? Kaylee who? Never heard of her.
Well, yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's only 20. I mean, if you want to watch it, Mike, it's 26 minutes. It's up to you.
If you want to put it up, I'll put it up. This should be interesting. I wonder who does the interview.
Probably, like, I'll give you a guess.
ISP.
Joe Lake or Van Leuven, I'll say.
Joe
That's
Lake.
my guess.
Yeah.
All right. You should have it
Oh,
backstage.
shit. Here we go.
Time is it?
Thanks for coming down.
Yeah, of course.
Appreciate you coming in. This is obviously about the stuff up at U of I.
Yeah.
Right. So real quick, because we're kind of getting some stuff relayed from.
It's Van Leuven.
The police that are working up there to, obviously everyone or a lot of people left school and
Yeah.
a lot of people live down here. So, where do you live up there?
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that that's Maddie's friend.
And I'm not.
Say again, bud.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that that's Maddie's friend. I was just answering third Apaches.
Oh, yeah, she's holding a Maddie Mogan thing. So her graduation cap.
Just a guess.
Good guess. Good guess.
Not very familiar. Distance wise, how far do you think it is? Like just a couple houses away, or is it?
Probably like 10 feet. There's like a stairway that leads to
So it's like
our
right there.
apartments. Yeah, it's like a white
Side?
Yeah, the back
Okay.
side. It's like
Okay.
a white complex.
Okay.
So if this is their house, you're just
Mhm.
up here on the hill?
So no, if you walk straight, there's like little stairs that go down right here.
Oh, so
And it's the white
you're right here?
buildings. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, and they call that the Whites, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We, I didn't go to school up there. I didn't, whatever. But hearing people talk about different stuff, then
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. Somebody told me about that earlier today, and
I don't know the actual name of it. It's just
everybody calls it.
Yeah.
And then, are you in any sorority up there?
No.
Okay. The reason I ask is because I know there's most of the people we've talked to belong to like maybe one of two or three. You're not part of.
I did my I did my sophomore year.
Okay. So of the victims, which ones did you know?
Maddie, Kaylee, and Xana, and I knew
Kayla.
Yeah, what?
I mean, at least she was in the ballpark.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
not Ethan personal, but we've talked a couple times.
Okay, so you see him around,
Mhm.
maybe talked to him a couple times,
Yeah,
but didn't really know him.
Yeah, but Maddie and I were the closest of all of them.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you and Maddie were close. Are you guys same year or?
Mhm.
Okay. And
were you in the same sorority when you were in it?
No, I wasn't in the sorority, so I lived with and my sophomore year, and they were always over. But I went to Maddie's and Xana's quite often, and Kaylee's.
Okay.
I was over there. I was usually with them all the time.
okay. Were you up there for game day? This is just last weekend?
Yes, but I didn't go out.
Okay.
Mm.
I know that there was all kinds of parties and hangings out and whatnot. So you didn't go out at all, or you didn't?
No. So I didn't go out during the day.
Okay.
But the party that they attended with the picture of like the 6 of them.
Mhm.
So I went out and said hi,
Uh-huh.
but no, I wasn't.
Okay.
I didn't go out till the night at the bars.
Okay.
Mhm.
And did you go to the corner club that night with them, or did you just see them there? or-
No. So I went with my friend,
Okay.
and when we got there, we found Maddie and Kaylee.
Okay.
Mhm.
Did you know that they were there? Because I know Maddie liked to text people and say, "Hey, come
Mhm.
down here. I'm here. Let's meet up here." Whatever. Yeah.
Um,
Or did you just happen to run into them?
Usually we just kind of saw each other,
Okay.
but usually sometimes she'd text me, sometimes she wouldn't.
Okay.
Kind of just depends. But at that time, no.
So you guys are all at the corner club. Were you kind of hanging together at the club?
Oh, the whole time, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then, do you remember what time they left? About?
So I was supposed to go home with them,
Okay.
and I don't know, I got a weird feeling, so I decided to get a ride home with. I want to say about 1:15, somewhere between that, I think.
Is when you left?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not for sure.
And they were still at the
But yeah, they stayed.
at the corner club?
Because I decided last minute to get a ride with someone else.
Who gave you a ride home? Do you know the name?
No, I'm not really close to the freshmen, but my friends called it, like the older adults called
Got
it.
it. Got it. Okay. And then when they got home, could you? I mean, you live close. Could you tell when people started showing back up at the house? You know, because noise and whatnot, or
So we went to our friend's apartment. And we were playing music, but we didn't hear anything.
okay. So you don't know what time they got back home or any of that stuff. Okay.
No, but I do know they went and got food after at Grub Truck.
Okay. Do you know because of the video that's going around, or did you know that anyway?
I mean, a little bit of both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Still ignoring judge's orders.
Wake up, Dylan.
But the apartment we were at the time, I think the crime happened around 3. You could see right out their window to Maddie's house.
Okay.
They also had their blinds shut, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you notice any different cars or anything parked by their house that night or anything like that, or early in the morning or any of that? Okay. So you were at the you weren't at your apartment, you were down a few over. What time do you go back home?
You know what I do think is interesting? What made her feel not right at the corner club is that when Kaylee got into her phone and spaced out?
Could be. Tomboy asked me to back it up, so. Let me push play again. I hope that's far enough back.
Also had their blinds shut, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you notice any different cars or anything parked by their house that night or anything like that, or early in the morning or any of that? Okay. So you were at the you weren't at your apartment, you were down a few over. What time do you go back home? Or did you stay there?
No, I went home around, I think it was around.
By their house that night, or?
They went and got food after at Grub Truck.
Okay. Do you know because of the video that's going around, or did you know that anyway?
I mean, a little bit of both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
What the fuck? A little bit of both.
But the apartment we were at the time, they think the crime happened around 3. You could see right out their window to Maddie's house.
Okay.
But the apartment we were at the time, they think the crime happened around 3. You could see right out their window.
They think the crime happened around 3.
Whoa.
Because we could see out the window.
This was recorded on November 18th.
Huh.
At 5. So was that after or before they changed the timeline? That was a good catch for Tomboy, catching that time.
Joe, you can't do that
Interesting.
to her.
Interesting.
You can't build her up like that, Joe.
Oh, I know. On we go.
Window to Maddie's house.
Okay.
They also had their blinds shut though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you notice any different cars or anything parked by their house that night or anything like that, or early in the morning or any of that?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So you were at the so you weren't at your apartment, you were down a few over.
Mm-hmm.
What time did you go back home? Or did you stay there?
No, I went home around, I think it was around 3:30.
Okay.
3:45.
Okay, so you went home. Were people still showing up back from bars and parties and stuff at that point in time, or were you kind of?
Some of the Sigma guys came over from the house because we were in like a Sigma Chi apartment.
Okay.
But other than that, no, there was no one coming in from the bars or anything.
Okay.
When you left the party, is it like an internal apartment type thing, or do you actually like go outside to go back to your place?
I had to like walk outside, and since there's on the top floor, so you just go down the stairs and then you walk straight.
So when you walk outside, can you see the house on?
No, because all the apartments face towards the road.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you were you up there during the summer, or did you just go up for the semester?
Just for the semester.
Okay. Had you heard any problems that Maddie or Kaylee or Xana were having with anybody? Anything like that?
No, they never really had problems with anyone.
Okay.
So that's was kind of weird. But I did report. I called the police station. I don't know if it was here or the one in Moscow, whatever the number was.
Probably the one in Moscow.
Yeah.
Is probably who got it. So.
But there was a guy who was pretty weird at the bar.
At the bar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember a name or anything like that, or did you know him? Or?
So it kind of started because when I walked into the bar, I went to order a drink, and the guy was like kind of pushing me against the bar.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Can you please stop?" And he just kept doing it. And some of our friends noticed, and they're like, "What is this guy's deal?"
Mm-hmm.
And then Maddie walked up to me and introduced me. And she's like,
Wasn't this the guy?
I can't remember his name because we meet so many people.
Sure.
But,
yeah.
So I'm guessing this is the girl.
Yeah.
That whatchamacallit got funky with that got him thrown out.
It must be. Who was it?
Kohberger, I think.
Oh, shocker, huh?
Berenberg.
I think.
Do
I
they-
think that's who it was. Yeah.
Do they really care that much that she could see the house? Why do they keep asking her if she could see the house? She said all the blinds are shut.
Maybe to see if she may have saw somebody or something that looked out of place. Maybe.
Oh, so they had to bury her?
Just my guess.
Yeah.
Well, if she said that, she thinks it happened at 3 because she said that she saw people leaving. Is that what she said?
Something like that. But that was the original timeline. If you remember, it was between 3 and 4, and then I can't remember how far in. That's why I asked that question. Then they changed it to 4 to 4:20 or whatever the hell it is.
It's probably when they took that shitty ass footage from the Sunset Mart and planted Brian's car out there.
It could be. Or like Third Apache said, maybe they're trying to make sure that no one knew for sure that it all happened between 2:25 and 3. Good call. Good point. That's a really good point. Yeah.
Yeah. Something definitely happened at 2:27.
Well, something happened, yeah, and it just continued on, and from that point forward, in my opinion, that's a guess, but because of the scream, you'll never convince me that was a party scream. I'm sorry, it's completely different sounding from anything I've ever heard. So, as far as happy screams go,
The people that are saying that it's a party scream need to have their head examined.
agreed. Completely, like lobotomized, in my opinion, because it's not a fucking party scream.
Well, we need to be checking people's basements that are saying that.
I think they were playing music though.
Yeah, maybe those are the same people that are too angry at sexual predators. God forbid.
Yeah.
Dumbass teacher.
Ragegate.
Sorry, that's always gonna bother me from now on. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, nice to meet you. Like, I didn't know it was her friend. And then I noticed the guy was following them around the bar. And I was like, that's pretty weird. So I told Maddie. Maddie's like, yeah, he's not actually my friend. We just have a class together, and we're doing a group project. And I was like, oh, well, it's pretty weird. He's following us around. And she's like, yeah, he's really weird. And then he kept grabbing girls like by their butts and like grabbed my stomach, and I tapped on him like,
That's him. That's the one. So we now know who she is. Because that was exactly what they said. He was grabbing and groping and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what this is about. I'm surprised they didn't like jump him and beat his ass. All these girls.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't see more.
Like a
action in this
physical,
footage.
actual fight. Yeah.
if you keep touching girls, like, we're gonna have an issue. Like, I'm gonna have to tell someone. And he just stared at me weird, and then proceeded to spit on me and my friend.
Oh.
And then he ended up getting kicked out of the club.
Oh.
Wow. From my understanding, ABI, this is Kohberger, from what we were told. Wow, that's really fucking degrading, dude. Who would do that?
Yeah.
In my neck of the woods, that's a fight. It is.
No,
fight
I'm
night.
surprised. I'm surprised there were no guys that like jumped his ass for that. I'd have beat his ass just seeing him do it.
Huh. I wonder if Maddie was in any of this. And that's why was this a statement that she told Adam everything?
It could be. Yeah, from my understanding, Apache, it is. Yes, and yeah, I think so, Mike.
Did he start talking shit to Maddie or something?
It could be all about this. Yeah. That's a good, interesting point, Mike.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like through talking, spitting, or like
like we turned around and I just like heard spitting noises, and he was just standing there like spitting.
Was he seemed pretty smashed?
He seemed like he was really weird, when like someone's really drunk and like no one's there type, but it was a little different than that.
Okay.
Like he didn't really say much at all. He was just kind of trailing us around wherever we went.
So it seemed different than just some dude who's hammered.
Yeah, he seemed off.
He seemed weird and hammered.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're waiting until the 18th.
Yeah, I didn't see him get thrown out because we went outside to the outdoor area. I did.
Okay.
But I was told that he got kicked out. I didn't see him again.
Okay. Anybody else weird or creepy around, following anybody, anything like that?
Not that I noticed, but I did remember him because you don't really have those issues that much.
Sure. I can tell you that he has been talked to, and he's very cooperative. And so if that helps you or anything, put it out, because I know that there's a lot of group chats and rumors and all this other stuff going around. And,
so they talked to Baron.
And speaking to that, is there any rumors going on?
Say again.
They talked to Barenberg.
Okay.
And she felt so off that
you think are.
Sorry, Mike. What?
Like, what the hell was this guy saying that she felt so off, and he wasn't just drunk, he was weird acting that made her not want to go back home with them?
I mean, he was groping her and probably making sexual statements to her. I mean, that would be enough, I could imagine.
But then the weird thing that she said, oh, he didn't act like he was just drunk. It was something else.
Oh, maybe he was high or on something a little strong. I don't know. I mean, it's a good question.
Or maybe he was being a little bit more forceful.
Yeah, could be. Maybe he could have made some comments. Wow, I think she would have told him, but good question.
They probably cut that out.
This is the kind of person that they should be looking at that is going to turn into somebody worse in the future, other than talking about Bryan Kohberger being, if he gets a PhD, he's going to turn into this, that. Now, this is the type of person they need to be looking at that would do this kind of shit, is what I'm saying. So, anyway.
Imagine what his selfies look like.
Yeah, right.
Are of note, are worth looking into? I know that some of it is just people just guessing and making stuff up, but
yeah.
Sometimes there's some stuff in there that has a little truth in it or whatever. So
I mean, I don't know. A lot of it's just hearsay.
Okay.
Like I can't even say if it's accurate or not because there's so many different stories of what did and what didn't happen.
Right.
I know I was close with all the girls, but
This guy changed his name to Corey Randall? Barenberg did?
My God. What?
Is that what you're saying? Sorry. Is that what you're saying, Astastic?
That's wild.
It is wild.
Yeah, she said yeah.
Look into that. That's crazy as shit.
Isn't that the one that was supposedly whatever with the other one? The other guy?
The what?
Barenberg and what's his
He
face?
was friends with Showalter, I think.
Yeah.
And the other weirdo,
Connor?
Chestnut. They were all three friends, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like they all got like some form of issue. Attitude, anger, obviously sexual predator type thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Power.
Unless my friends, because I'm really close with Reese and all them.
Okay.
So unless they told me, I just don't really take it as anything. But I did know there was like speculation over. I did hear about that. That's all I really know.
Okay. And we've also talked to him. He's also very cooperative.
Yeah.
Did you hear any? We heard this rumor, and we're just asking people about it to see if there's any validity to it, about maybe somebody having some kind of stalker or something like that going on. Did you hear anything like that?
I've heard briefly. No one really knows, though. I've only heard it twice, but each time it's been a different girl stalker. Someone would say it's one of the survivors, or someone would say it was.
So there's nothing really definitive or similar with the stories, just kind of.
I did hear someone say that some guy used to follow Kaylee on her walks with the dog.
Okay.
When the fuck did she walk the dog?
Yeah.
A different girl's. Oh, it's just a different girl stalker.
I know what she's talking about because some people said Dylan was being stalked and then Kaylee was being stalked, and it's weird.
All the stalking stories come from two sources: Dylan and Bethany.
Right.
Trash bin thing.
Okay. How about drug use in their apartment? Do you know about any?
They never did drugs when I was that I know of, but they were never. That wasn't their thing at all.
Really? They never did drugs, guys, ever.
That's horseshit.
I swear to God, this is a handed out script. Everybody was handed a script and said, read line 5. Make sure you verify that.
Yeah, they angle it per agency too. If you really boil it down and put it together, it's getting that way.
Yeah, with Jack D, it was the FBI talking.
Just crazy.
Okay.
Did you spend a lot of time in their apartment, or?
Yeah, I was over there a lot.
Were you?
Okay. Yeah, because I was supposed to go home and hang out with them there.
Was there always a lot of people just coming and going? And so did pretty much everybody?
She just said she was supposed to go home and hang with them that night.
Something felt off, though.
That's another one.
In that phone.
Right.
You know, like the combination down at the front door on the bottom level, or where did everybody come in?
So it kind of depends. Like if Maddie would call, if I needed to borrow a shirt, I'd call Maddie and she'd be like, okay, here's the code, just type it in. But if it's a strange, someone they're not super close with, they often left their back door like open. Like I'd walk around if
Like the slider?
yeah, if that
By
was
by the kitchen?
So if that front door wasn't working, I'd always walk around, just walk in the kitchen.
So was it pretty common that wasn't locked? It was just kind of open all the time?
Yeah, unless they were having, I mean, sometimes during their parties too, it'd be locked, but usually every time I went there, the front was locked.
And since you spent a bunch of time there, I'm asking this, were there always people just coming and going, or was it usually just the same people that, some sorority member friends and stuff like that? Or
I'd say it was never people we didn't know. It was always like we always were friends or we knew of, or some girl in the house was friends with the people that came. So it was usually the same people, but usually they were close to either all of us or specific people.
Was it usually people in the Greek
Yeah,
organizations?
always. And if it wasn't, it was like, I mean, sometimes they'd have random people during their parties. But other than that, it was always people they knew.
Did they have a party that day at the house?
No. The only party I saw them at was the one next to my apartment. And that was all Greek life too. It was like a pretty close-knit party.
Okay.
People laying down?
How about the day before, like Friday?
I was at the bar, so I wasn't aware of any house parties. I don't know if Sigma Chi had a party that night or not. I think they did Saturday maybe. I don't know. I personally don't go to the house parties anymore.
Okay.
But usually Maddie and Kaylee would just go to the bar if they did go out. But I know Xana, her boyfriend, would go to house parties. House parties anymore. Parties. I don't know if Sigma Chi had a party that night or not. I think they did Saturday maybe. I don't know. I personally don't go to the house parties anymore.
Okay.
But usually Maddie and Kaylee would just go to the bar if they did go out. But I know Xana, her boyfriend, would go to house parties if there was one.
Because they were underage.
How come you don't go to house parties anymore, out of curiosity?
I mean, it just kind of depends on the house party. Like if it's Maddie's and theirs, I'll come by. Or if it's like a birthday and stuff. But usually we just kind of like, as the younger kids flow in, the older kids just kind of go to the bar. But sometimes we'd go to Sigma Chi or the Delts if they were our close friends, and we'd go.
Okay.
But I wouldn't go to like a random house party or anything like that.
Got it. Can you think of anything that would be helpful for us going forward?
Yeah. So I know once again, he did call me and text me at 3:04 a.m. So if that's helpful.
Okay. At 3:04, he texted you?
Yeah.
Just out of the blue, or was he asking something specific?
No, he's just asking what I was doing and where we were at.
Did he think you were still with everybody, or?
No, well, so he went, I know he was at Grub Truck with them. So I personally don't know who he was with when he texted me, but we were still, I don't think he knew who I was with either, really. But I grew up with Jay, so.
Oh, you know him? Okay.
You know most of the Sigma Chi guys?
A majority of them, once again.
So she's saying she grew up with Jack Showalter, for anybody that didn't catch that.
Yeah. Seems pretty vague on him.
Oh, yeah, I think he's dating.
Okay.
I think he was over at the apartment with me, actually, for a little. He was one of the kids that came over during the Sigma Chi's during that time frame. But I don't know where they were at before, I know they went home after.
Okay.
But
he was with your, you say your.
Her name is Aiden McKenty. I think I'm saying it right. Anyway, and I didn't catch who he was dating.
Not the time. He was with a bunch of his Sigma Chi friends, but he was over there with us.
So they were all friends with Ethan then?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Jack texted you at 3, a little after 3. Were you still up at the time?
Yeah, we were in our friend's apartment still.
Okay.
But
Was he just looking for something to do?
I didn't answer his call, but I responded to his text. He said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "We're playing pong." And then his response was, "Where at?" And I didn't respond.
Okay.
But that was at 3:04.
Okay. Was there any other text with any of the girls later after you left them, right before you found out the next day? Did you have any communication with Maddie or Kaylee or anybody?
No, I saw some of their social media posts like on Snapchat, but that was about it.
What kind of stuff did they put on Snapchat?
I saw Kaylee on her story. It was just a picture of her and Maddie at Grove Truck.
Okay. Nothing else on their social media or whatever?
No, other than what that giant photo that's going around of all of them. But,
Okay.
Do you have any speculation on what you think might have happened?
I don't know. I feel like, in my opinion, well, not really my opinion, but I mean, it's just weird. It's kind of shocking because I never thought they'd have any enemies or any people out to get them. I was a little confused about their survivors because I'd heard that they were awake, but I have no clue who it could be. I mean, I feel like it's someone we're going to know just because we've heard it's personal. We've heard that.
Did you catch that? Hold on.
Which part?
1 minute. She says hold on, I'll let it play and then I'll point it out.
Well, this isn't my opinion, but it is.
Do you have any speculation on what you think might have happened?
I don't know. I feel like, in my opinion, well, not really my opinion, but I mean, it's just weird. It's kind of shocking because I never thought they'd have any enemies or any people out to get them. I was a little confused about their survivors because I'd heard that they were awake.
I was a little confused about the survivors because I had heard they were awake.
Right.
And you know their story is that they slept till like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock next morning.
She basically
and
said they
then
were
called
wasted.
911. So did she hear some truth? Again.
Somebody forgot to follow the script.
Jesus. I'm almost wondering, did she go back to the house and start playing beer pong?
Right.
Probably.
I don't know.
That beer pong table's in a weird spot.
Right.
I mean, why would you ask that question? She would. That to me seems like she knew that the roommates were drunk at some point in time in that day.
What do you mean?
What she said about the room, she was surprised, right, that the roommates would have been awake?
Right.
So, to me, that would seem like that they were drunk because she knew that they were drunk.
How would that make them be awake, though?
I thought she said she was surprised that they weren't.
No, she said I had heard that they were awake.
Oh, yeah, and she was surprised that they were awake.
No, I don't. Unless it's after this. I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
No.
I'll play it. Sorry.
No, you're good, man.
Was there any other text with any of the girls later after you left them, right before you found out the next day. Did you have any communication with Maddie or Kaylee or anybody?
No, I saw some of their social media posts like on Snapchat, but that was about it.
What kind of stuff did they put on Snapchat?
I saw Kaylee on her story. It was just a picture of her and Maddie at Grove Truck.
Okay. Nothing else on their social media or whatever?
No, other than what that giant photo that's going around of all of them. But,
Okay.
Do you have any speculation on what you think might have happened?
I don't know. I feel like, in my opinion, well, not really my opinion, but I mean, it's just weird. It's kind of shocking because I never thought they'd have any enemies or any people out to get them. I was a little confused about the survivors because I'd heard that they were awake, but I have no clue who it could be. I mean, I feel like it's someone we're going to know just because we've heard it's personal. We've heard that they didn't have a problem with entry. And
just regarding like that stuff that you've heard of
I'd heard that they were awake, but I have no clue who it could be. I mean, I feel like it's someone we're going to know just because we've heard it's personal. We've heard that.
That's interesting.
Yeah, she was surprised that the survivors were awake.
Because also it's someone we're gonna know because I've heard it's personal. That's kind of interesting too.
On the 18th. Well.
Yeah, 5 days into it.
That they didn't have a problem with entry. And
just regarding like that stuff that you've heard of the four of them.
I feel like it's someone we're going to know just because we've heard it's personal. We've heard that they didn't have a problem with entry. And
that they didn't have, meaning the suspect, and she keeps saying they. Listen to that again. Listen to that again.
Did she say entry?
Yeah, meaning that the suspects didn't have problems with entry, meaning getting into the house to commit the crime.
She's the only person that I've heard do interviews where she referred to the killers as they.
They. Thank you, Dylan. And it's been throughout this entire thing. So hold on. Listen to that again.
I mean, I feel like it's someone we're going to know just because we've heard it's personal. We've heard that they didn't have a problem with entry. And
just regarding like that.
Did you catch it? Like, I've heard it's someone we're going to know. I've heard it's personal, and they didn't have a problem with entry, meaning somebody let them in. And that started off with her questioning the survivors, she said.
And she was definitely one of these gals that didn't focus on, the doors were always unlocked. It was just a cool place to be.
Uh-huh.
Or that anybody, of course, probably a bunch of people had the code, but she didn't even focus on that.
She didn't know. That was never talked about. This is an interesting interview, truly. They didn't have a problem with entry. That refers to me that somebody let them in. Yeah. Period.
Keep in mind, she was disturbed and left them at the corner club because she didn't want to go back home with them.
Yeah, right. And how many people did we hear were uncomfortable being in that house that night? Huh. Lakeland said she went home. Didn't Lakeland say she went home because something was just off? Or was that somebody else that said that you look like you're insane, Mike, doing that thing with your eyes?
Oh, Jesus, I'm fucking just, goddamn, I can't even fucking comprehend this shit.
Nah, I get it.
Was it Lakeland?
One of them said that they went home because something felt off or something like that. I can't remember. There's so many of them we've heard from now.
That was Lakeland.
Yep.
And there has been more than one person has said stuff like that. Somebody else was going to spend the night there. The distancing thing. Yeah. I've told you guys that. Yeah. So what is going on that everybody's saying that they were uncomfortable there? or they didn't want to be there that night, or they went to bed early that night that they normally be there. Like, what the hell?
What does Lakeland drive?
She doesn't. She walks.
Oh.
Or she walked that night, we were told. Or no, we were, yeah, okay. We were told that she was walked home, but before that, Dylan told us that they had a sober ride home because she was so drunk she couldn't walk. And then they offered her to spend the night there, and she said, no, I'm going to go home because I want a bagel or some dumb shit. And she supposedly walked home after being so drunk she couldn't walk home. That's what I'm saying, SRB. It's driving me nuts now. It's like everybody around them, and I said this before, knew something was going to happen that night.
So that would bust Dylan's bullshit if this girl just said that she was surprised they were awake, but Lakeland, they were surprised that she walked home because she was so drunk. She was hanging out with him.
Say that last part again, Mike, because my son just, of course, walked up and interrupted me.
So if she originally said that she was surprised that the survivors were awake, and she just said that Lakeland was so drunk that she was surprised that she walked home, Lakeland was hanging out with Dylan, so therefore Dylan was so drunk too that's why she was surprised she was awake, right?
Well, Dylan said she had to call a sobro because Lakeland couldn't walk. But then we were told in the Kennedy Fitzgerald interview that she walked them all halfway home, like 6 of them, and then they kept going and she turned around and went home.
Oh, that was that one.
It was see, there's too many of these that distract or not distract. Jesus Christ, they contradict the other ones. Sorry.
Yeah, for sure.
Stuff that you've heard of the 4 of them, who would you say would may have had like the biggest potential for having some issues with some people?
I think you heard that wrong, Mike. That's what I was saying. ABI just said it too. I didn't hear her say she was surprised they were awake. She said she heard that they were awake. No, sorry. That's why you kept confusing me. Because I was like, where'd you hear that at? Sorry. I agree with that too, Yvonne. I think Lake may have actually spent the night that night. I honestly think that now.
I wouldn't say any of them, honestly. I mean, they were never rude to anybody. They never had problems, and they didn't. We didn't really talk to anyone as much that was like outside of our friends that we all knew. But I don't know.
Okay. Have you heard any, have you seen anything are you part of, I know that there's a lot of big, like, house group chats and stuff going on. Are you part of some of those?
No, but I've seen some of them.
Okay. Is there anybody putting stuff on there that seems like they know more information than everybody else is getting from the news or anything like that?
I think everyone's just falling into hearsay.
Okay.
Like, I think a lot of kids are falling for, accounts that are being made that are like fake accounts of people. And I don't know. They're believing stuff that's not true.
Have you seen some of the fake accounts?
I saw a post of one that someone sent.
Okay.
Of one of the girls, the survivors. But it was like a fake post and fake everything basically, and put out a statement that she didn't even write or
more fake cops.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you know?
Uh-oh. Messed up, huh? What are you thinking?
Oh, no. My son was cooking and burnt something, so it's smoky in here. Sorry.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's about it. I wouldn't call them. And
Boise High. Boise High. Okay. Did you know any of like the boyfriends of or?
No.
Yeah, I've been saying that for a long time, Astastic, that and I just typed it in the chat too, that I think that it was in the air and like around there that whole week, that something was going to go down. That's my thought. Truly
weird.
and honestly, I think things were set up that way. Like the slider was left open on purpose, and this happened, and that. I mean, 100%. You need me to back it up again?
Oh no, you're good.
Oh, okay. I thought somebody in the chat said it. Sorry.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I only knew Kaylee's and Maddie's.
And who were their boyfriends?
And Kaylee, well, that's Maddie's, but Kaylee's prior boyfriend, I think his name is Jack as well. I don't remember his last name. And then a boy she was seeing at the time was me.
Okay. And so Jim was a previous boyfriend, and currently she was seeing me.
Yeah, but I don't think they were on bad terms or anything. Okay. He was really nice. I think they dated for like 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
No, I only knew Kaylee's and Maddie's.
And who were their boyfriends?
And Kaylee, well, that's Maddie's, but Kaylee's prior boyfriend, I think his name is Jack as well. I don't remember his last name. And then a boy she was seeing at the time was
Mason.
Yeah.
That's what she just said.
I said that like 4 times.
Yeah. Mason is the one.
Shocker.
Okay. And so Jim was a previous boyfriend, and currently she was seeing me.
Yeah, but I don't think they were on bad terms or anything. Okay. He was really nice. I think they dated for like 6 years. Mm-hmm. Long time, but I know he was seen in that area the next day.
Okay. Does he live close? Do you know?
I don't know. I know he was in questioning in Moscow. But,
okay, so they were talking to him.
Yeah, they talked to him.
Okay. Is there anybody you think we should talk to that could help us out and may have seen something or heard something, or even just timeline? I mean, you saw him last at 1:15 ish, and people who were hanging out with him afterwards, later than that, or.
I mean, my roommate was with me, but she left earlier than me from the club, but she was hanging out with us too.
Okay.
I don't know if that'd be helpful.
What's your roommate's?
Trying to think. It's just kind of hard at the club. People come and go so much, but
yeah.
Basically a majority of my friends left back home.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really know.
And you didn't see anything about or hear anything about who they might have been hanging out with after they went home from Grub Truck or anything like that?
No, I mean, I heard that they were with Jim. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's true. I haven't really talked to him.
Okay.
But I think they were just with each other from what I've heard.
Okay. Okay.
So other than like the people in the whites, are there any other weird dudes or that live in the just the surrounding area right around that house?
Yeah, well, so 1 year we're required to look up, the map of sexual predators and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I know there's some in the area. I don't know if they still live there, but when we looked on the maps, it says there's some on King. So I don't know if that's still current or what, but I knew that.
So guys that were on the register.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're still.
Well, that plays back to the statement that Dylan made about Kaylee looking into RSOs in the area and found one very close to where they live. That would kind of play into that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Still presently there or not, but there's always people. I mean, usually we knew people who lived with the whites, but this past year, A lot of our friends moved out, so there's a bunch of people we don't really know.
Mostly students, though.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Okay. We appreciate you coming. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
You have my number.
They cut that off quick.
Yeah, they did.
You guys need me to back up at all about anything, or are you good?
No, I'm good. You know what is kind of
registered sex offender Aquarian. Sorry, go ahead, Mike.
Well, when Cy was just with Anton and the G's, in a couple of these, why have they trailed off into the R subject?
Don't ask me. Oh, I got you, Sammy. I question that too, Mike, because it's like they were talking about one thing and then they just automatically jump. Steve brought it up about, well, this is how this happened and this is what got, and then it's I don't know. It makes no fucking sense. Like, why we're talking about this and then you jump over to sexual assault stuff? It's crazy.
Then you got this RSO stuff.
Yeah, right. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's been bugging me a little bit since Dylan said that, you know, Kaylee was looking up registered sex offenders for her job.
Yeah.
Which was weird to me. And then said she found one living very close to them. Well, she just said there was some living on King and around that area. So, again, it's just interesting. That's all. Just saying. But
Multiple stalkers.
I mean, I don't know.
That doesn't make any sense. It does, but it doesn't, you know.
None of it does.
No.
I'm going to have to go over that one again, like slower, so I can like break. There's a lot of little nuggets in that. That was wild.
Yeah, especially the tiebacks to the other people.
Yes.
That we've been wondering, like the fight at who got thrown out of the Corn Club.
Right. Yes.
He was more than drunk. I went back through it.
Yeah, I really, the thing that bothered me the most in that is the whole thing she was talking about with the surviving roommates.
Yeah.
That's wild. Oh, you're welcome. Are you sleeping, Dylan?
Nope, I'm still here.
Oh, I figured. It's okay. It's past your bedtime, I know.
It's almost like she knew. It's like she went back and freaking. Good night, Ostastic. It's like she went back and hung out with the freaking roommates.
Yeah. My biggest thing with this now is that we've heard how many times now some of this same stuff, and I truly, honestly, really, truly now believe that people around this knew. And Kim said that too. Okay, Kim said that almost 4 years ago, people knew what was going on. They knew something was going to go down, and they knew who it was. So, again, something else that is coming to fruition that was stated then that nobody believed, very possibly, because how many people have we heard from that have made statements about, like I said a little bit ago, well, I was going to stay there, but I chose not to. Good night, SRB. Or I had a weird vibe about that house that night, or just in general, or everybody went to bed early. It's a whole bunch of weird shit that seems like distancing to me for some reason. Like, I'm just going to stay away from that house that night, and whatever happens, I don't want to be involved. You know what I mean? Just saying.
Was it the night before? Was that stupid ESPN party?
It was that night.
That night, the Saturday night.
Jesus.
Good night, Bubbles. See you tomorrow, dear.
ESPN party anyway. I mean, it was 2022. ESPN was.
I've never heard of anything like that before, ever.
I mean, if it was like the early 2000s or even the 90s, okay.
I've heard of football party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Super Bowl party or a game day party or some dumb shit like that, but never a ESPN. That's weird.
Was this the night Ethan was supposed to be DJing?
Huh?
Yeah.
You never heard that?
Never heard that. That's brand new. Where the hell did you hear that?
Oh, shit. That must go along with that Dylan freaking book, huh?
Probably.
That's a new one for me, bud.
Because didn't somebody say that they had to wait for somebody before they? I swear that they said they had to wait because Ethan was DJing before they left to go someplace. I could be completely off my rocker.
Never heard that one, buddy.
No?
No. No.
Somebody was.
I'm sure you heard it somewhere. Something like that, yeah. I don't know. That was an interesting. I'm grateful to Connor that he's getting these interviews because I swear to God, each one of these newer interviews is releasing something new.
You know, I wonder when he put in for these FOIAs. Is this like backed up stuff that they're rolling out, or is?
I think he's getting them as he's getting them now. Yeah. But when are they going to stop now? You know, I think as soon as if Bryan's PCR goes through, they'll probably shut it down. So get him while you can.
Yeah, that's for sure. Very interesting.
Yeah, I posted Connor's link in here, guys. If you want to support Connor for what he's doing, jump on over to his page. He has his PayPal posted there. I think it's on his community page. There's a link there. And that'll help him because he's getting them left and right now. So, what if Bryan is helping to bury this?
Why would he file for a PCR?
Yeah, why would he file for PCR if that was the case? He might combust. I mean, I think we all would if that was the case. I would just have to walk away at that point and say, okay.
I think we're combusting.
I'm gonna start a crocheting channel. I'm just saying, like, that would be too much for me. Yes, Lost Faith wanted to know if that was in the same dream, Mike.
Yeah. I'm gonna put it all together.
Makes sense. Can I have a whole story? Yeah.
I'll do a short on it with some cute music and shit.
Because of him getting off in prison. Oh no, I got you, Sammy. That makes sense. No, if it comes out that Bryan is involved in burying it, I would literally walk away and start either a cooking channel or something stupid like that because I couldn't handle this anymore then. No, I get it, Sammy. Makes sense. You'd watch crocheting, Patchy? Good stuff. I actually have another complete different channel, toy channel, that I don't do anything with just because I don't really have time to. So, anyway.
Crocheting.
Good conversation tonight, Mikey.
Yeah, man. It was good. Thanks for joining, Dylan.
Anytime, every time. Yes. And thank you, Dilly. And Moto, of course. And hopefully I should be live tomorrow. It'll be right after whatever time Kim's done. Sorry. Yes, whenever Kim becomes dumb, I'll be live. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Kimmy. I love you.
I guess you're never going live again.
Yeah,
wow, I'm never ever going live, right? I'm done. But yeah, that'll be when I go live. So usually it ends up being right around 2 something. I'll be reacting to the idiot professor and a couple other things because I have to verbally express how I feel on that one. I'm so pissed about that.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Mm-hmm. Moonbreaker, have a good night, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he does. Thank you, Mikey, for having me. As always, brother. Great show, great channel. I'm looking forward to the next time.
Yes, sir. Appreciate everybody in chat. And we'll be back on Friday with something interesting.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Mikey.
Yes, sir. We appreciate.
All right, everybody. Have a great night. See you tomorrow.
We'll see you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Saturday, November 12th, 2022. 4 young, flourishing University of Idaho students, Kaylee Goncalves, Madison Mogan, Santa Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin, were approaching Thanksgiving Day break. But what they didn't know is this would be their last weekend together forever. The group later that evening would be brutally stabbed in the middle of the night in their off-campus house while sleeping. After years of waiting for answers, perpetrator Bryan Kohberger was sentenced for the murders. But following the lift of the gag order, and the release of all the investigation documents, was Bryan Kohberger really the killer?
a.m. 42 seconds, November 13, 2022.
911 location of your emergency.
Something is happening. Something's happening. I hope we don't know what.
What is the address of the emergency?
1122.
What is the rest of the address?
Oh, Kings Road.